What is going on, everybody? Thursday night, we are back for another Beer Flow show. Rod J in the house, along with Todd. Hopefully, you guys are ready to kick it in gear here on this Friday Eve as we head into the upcoming weekend. And I am ready for the weekend. Funny thing is, I had a short week this week. I took off Monday, and I'm still ready for the weekend by Thursday night. So I got back and I got hammered on stuff. But I am ready to drink a few beers, talk about some beer, tell some stories, whatever we do, get a little crazy. Unfortunately, Shannon right now is resting, so we won't have Shannon on here, I don't think, tonight. But unless we're lucky, she's like, yeah, I might as well go on there for a bit if she happens to appear. So keep your fingers crossed, say your prayers, eat your, what did Hulk Hogan used to say when he used
eat
to
your vitamins?
Eat your vitamins. Maybe Shannon will show up at some point tonight. So, but Todd, how are you feeling tonight, my friend?
Doing good. I'm same as you, ready for the weekend. Never seems like it can get here fast enough, and then it never stays long enough.
Yeah,
Comes
second week for you back on the job. So how you like
that? Yeah. It's funny because like a friend messaged earlier, is like, "Hey, what's going on?" I was like, "Nothing." He's like, "Want to know if I wanted to hang out for a minute or so?" I was like, "No, I'm kind of tired." Coach Shannon's like, I just got to get back into the swing of things of going to work and staying, like actually, like it's not physically tiring, but it's just taxing, I guess, getting used to doing it again. Being home for 2 months straight, not doing anything other than around the house type thing. It's like, just got to get back into the swing of things. But it's going good. It's going good.
Well, hopefully the commute is good too, because a lot of people are still working from home, so less people on the road for you.
Oh, yeah, it's hardly. So I usually leave the house. I've been leaving about 7:45, so I'll probably leave, between quarter till and 8 o'clock, and it's smooth sailing. I mean, there's not hardly anybody on the road, so not compared to like it would normally be. So the commute's actually not bad both ways. It's been pretty good.
Speaking of on the road, so I was watching the news earlier tonight, and they were talking about an uptick in writing tickets right now for people on the road, but the tickets they're writing are 75 miles and higher as far as where people are going. Like they seriously have a bunch of tickets they've been writing for people over 100 miles an hour because there's less people on the road, so people are probably driving a little more faster out there, which is interesting. So, but I always feel like the speed limits themselves are kind of behind the ball. And I feel like when you're going 75, you still could be going more than you actually are. But it's funny, like they clocked one guy, I think he was 124 or something.
Damn.
But they're like, if they're going over 100, definitely they're going to citation. There's no way they said they're getting out of that or whatever. But it's just funny. But if nobody's out there as much, I mean, I don't know. I guess you could have a wreck, but I'm like, you're not really harming people if it's not fully congested, possibly either. So
right, like Audubon.
Yeah, one guy was zigzagging through on a motorcycle. So I mean, that would be a little more risky. I mean, that's just asking for organ donorship to start at that point. You got to be careful about that, but.
Shoot, I was coming home from work today, and I was going 70, and the cop come humming by me like I was just standing still. I mean, he had to be pushing 85, 90 easy because he left me in the dust. I mean, he was.
Was it sirens on?
No,
No. Well,
he just come blowing back.
Just here.
Yeah. Like, okay.
Maybe the Krispy Kreme red light was on. Who knows? So.
Buy one, get one special.
But you just cracked open a beer, I heard. So I'm going to bring you up because I'm going to switch my camera real quick. So you go ahead and talk about the beer you got there.
All right. This is a hazy double IPA brewed with oat milk. It is from Duclaw Brewing called Oat Shake. 8.5% ABV. And I'm not sure. Doesn't really say a whole lot. I don't think it does anyway. Let's see if it gets some light on here. And hop flavors of Simcoe and shine through is all it says. Yeah, not a lot on it. So I've had this one. I picked this one up a week or so ago, so I'm kind of anxious to try it.
That's actually one I've had that I've done a review on the channel here. So
you did?
Interested
okay.
It's interesting to see what you think. Of course, I do like the Claw, so they make some pretty decent beers. And although I'm not going to get on a big soapbox about it, but again, Unicorn Fire. If you say there's going to be glitter, Make it glitter that shines through that people can easily see.
I had that one last year. I picked it up last year, which I think was the first year for it, if I'm not mistaken. And the glitter, you're right. I mean, it was in there, but it wasn't real shiny. So I don't know. I wonder if they backed. I mean, you could definitely tell it was in there. So I wonder if they backed off of it a little bit this year.
Well, the one thing I noticed about it is you do have to roll the can a good amount of time, and that agitates the glitter. Because once I did that, it came through on some of the other stuff that I was doing. But it's just, I feel like when you put stuff on a can, and we'll talk about bells here in a second, because I haven't tried it yet, but we'll talk about when we've heard about it. You've got it, but you haven't tried it yet, right? Or you did try it?
I haven't tried it, no.
Yeah, so, again, the Mango Oberon, and my anticipation has now been lowered with them. But before we get to that, we got to give a shout out to the people in the house. We got Erie in here, who was the first in tonight. Cheers to Erie there.
What's up, Erie?
Jeremy actually said third, but I was like the one saying cheers to Erie, so I was second. Technically, I can't arrive to be on my show, so technically Jeremy is second. So you are number 2 there. And then we got Ninja in the house at Cheers, Rajay. He said he made it to this one finally. So I think he's always catching on the different ends when we're actually live here doing the stream. Erie was saying it's almost time. Gilbert's in the house, says cheers, fools. So shout out to Gilbert. I know he's something good. He's been sharing some good things during his vacation. So we'll find out what he's drinking tonight. We got Donner Pass Whiskey in the house. Cheers, Donner. Good to see you as well. And again,
Cheers.
Guys looking for a whiskey channel, make sure you check out Donner Pass Whiskey as well, who does some pretty good things in that category. Emerson's in the house. Cheers. Good to see you as well, my friend. Happy Thursday to you. Erie said, hope you fellas are having a good night. We are having a good night. I was spending some time earlier in the comment section over on Jeremy Vincent's channel. So Jeremy V, if you don't have Jeremy V, pick him up as well. Great entertainment, and was chiming on a few things there. So a bunch of guys were doing a little Thursday night action. Cuts and stuff. Barbecue in the house. What is going on, Jimmy? Good to see you, my friend. What is happening? I'm going to tell you right now. And Todd, did you set your grill up yet?
I did, yep.
Did you done anything with it, or you just set it up?
No, I've used I haven't actually used the grill grate part of it, but I have used the flat top a couple times. It's nice.
Good. Liking it? Yeah.
I do like it.
I still make a decision on getting something here, but
I mean, I would say, and this kind of turned me on to this one, is like, I know everybody does a lot of videos and stuff on the Blackstone or whatever, and I've seen some comparisons with this one, and most of the ones I've seen have liked the Camp Chef one. I like it because it kills two birds with one stone. You got the flat top, and then you've actually got a grill. You can take the flat top off of it, and you've got the grill underneath it.
Makes it really nice to have both there.
Yeah, which with the Blackstone, it's just the flat top. So
yeah. And that's always the thing you think about sometimes with the grill. You can put a flat top on any of the other versions probably and kind of get that feel. But I know Lep gets down on the black top. I mean, the black top on the Blackstone. And that's Leprechaun TV. If you guys haven't checked him out, check him out because he grills up some good stuff as well. And that's what kind of got me thinking about, do I want the flat top or do I want to get the grill? But then you got the hybrid. And then there's grills with the smokers attached. It's like all these different decisions you got to make out there, you know? It's like going to get a coffee nowadays and going to Starbucks. There's so many different things. When it used to be, kind of just have a coffee.
Right. Yeah. Cream or sugar or just black. That was it. That was your only options. You had three choices.
Which reminds me, back in the day in the 90s, Dennis Leary, who was a great comedian, funny as hell. He doesn't really do stand-up as much now. He does more of the acting, which maybe he'll do more stand-up again. But he did a great skit one time about ordering coffee at a Starbucks and how hard it was and trying to understand the guy at the counter who had the pierced tongue and stuff like that. So pretty interesting. But Cuff and stuff, barbecue, Jimmy does some pretty good stuff over there, some great recipes. So if you're into cooking and you want to find out about those things, check out Cuff and Stuff Barbecue as well. You will be pleased. I've gotten hungry many times. It's almost like watching drunk dinner, drive-in diners and dives, watching him do stuff over there. I mean, you get hungry kind of watching the stuff, start to salivate, get that Homer Simpson drool going down. So
automatically you got a whole bag of chips in your hand. You have no reason. I'm not even hungry, but you're just so good. You just want something.
You're just eating to eat. Like I'm even hungry right now. I just fucking ate something. I'm eating again. So right now I popped the top already, but I'm going to actually crack open. This is my last of the Moody Tongue out of Chicago. Nice. And this is their bourbon barrel aged gingerbread imperial stout. Oops. Did not mean to open this one up. Oh, well. This was going to supposed to be a review. I thought it was one of the Baltic Porters that I had, which was the last one I had of it. But I should open this up second, actually, compared to the other beer. But
is that the only one you have?
I mean, it's the only one I got, I think. But I could probably get another one if I look for it. But this one comes in. It's kind of a little cooler than I want it to be right now. This one comes in with ABV. Getting it started hardy over here. 16% ABV. So 1.6 ABV out of Chicago, of course. And if you get a chance in your Chicago area, Moody Tongue does some great beers. Again, I'll get the label closer as I poured it out there. But
you're going to need an Uber from one room to the other tonight.
Yeah. I got that one. I might let it sit for a little bit, but screw it. I'll go ahead and drink it. I always tell people, and you know this, when you do the stouts, you kind of want to get a little bit of warmth on it, which I've had it out for about almost half an hour now. So you can get the aromas and the flavor to open up. But the head on it actually broke down already, which isn't surprising because they do dissipate quickly on the ABV of this type of beer. You definitely get a little bit of booziness, but you're getting a good amount of sweetness coming out. Some of that chocolate, some deep, rich coffee type notes. Almost like the coffee grounds, and I'm one of the old fogies. So when I was a kid growing up, we could have store my grandmother. They used to actually grind the coffee grounds in the aisle of grocery markets and stuff. So it wasn't already pre-done where you just pick up the bag and stuff. And it's kind of got that feel of the grinds as it's been grounded down and stuff from the beans. You get a little bit of a almost syrupy molasses type note in there as well. Bottoms up. Ooh. A little bit that the gingerbread comes through nicely. Like a gingerbread cookie that you get around Christmas time. Dipped like in a molasses type base. It's not really thin, which is good. I mean, sometimes some of these stouts, they run a little thinner. I like it. It's got a nice thickness to it, nice body to it. Definitely a little bit of a heavier one. You definitely get a little bit of that warmth from the alcohol. But I'm going to say, daddy like.
Nice. You should let that one, since you're doing it live,
I am.
Sit a bit, drink another one, and come back and give us some more thoughts on it.
Well, ho into live. Got the gingerbread rolling. Shout out to Whiskey Woman in the chat as well. Cheers. If you guys don't know Whiskey Woman, make sure to check out Whiskey Woman 5's channel as well. A lot of great whiskey people here. A lot of great barbecue people here. A lot of great people from all kinds of different areas. So I'm always telling people, check out the people in the chat as well. Whiskey Woman says, hey, everybody. Emerson says, hey to Whiskey. Emerson. And Erie says hello to Whiskey Woman as well. How you doing, Erie? Ready for the weekend. Got that right. I drive around 110, but my tires are sweet. Very nice. Just don't get caught. Yep, over 100, you get your ticket. Yeah, you get a ticket if you get up that high usually. I was going to say, I saw the one person got it one time. It was that Jeannie Pereiro that's on Fox News, and she got clocked in New York at like a 120 or something. And I don't know if she was able to talk her way out of it, but there was like a big thing about her kind of getting off on the lower note that she should have. So we got Ron Sutton in the house, Mr. Hams himself. Also, he likes his bud too. But yeah, Mascot, Ohio. So here in Ohio, well, I'm in Kentucky, but I'm basically Ohio as well. They went to a mandate at 6 o'clock, so you have to wear a mask everywhere you're supposed to. But here's the problem. It's like, who's really enforcing them? Like, Kentucky, you're supposed to wear a mask, but then you get into Kroger, and you see 90% of the people have a mask on, maybe. And it's like, one of the guys I know there, we kind of became good talking friends over time because we always see there. He's one of the managers. He said, I asked him how it was going like a couple weeks ago. He said, probably in the last 12 hours since he had to tell people about masks, he had cussed out like 20-plus times. You know, and it's like, that's not part of your duty, really. And Party Source, what they did is they actually brought in off-duty officers up front to make sure they check people to have masks and stuff coming in, which was a good move on their part. If you can do that, if you can afford to do that, right? So not everybody's doing that. And some people don't want to have that look of maybe the police officer there stopping people probably, but it is what it is. Yeah, getting cuff and stuff said. We got Eclectic Beard in the house. That's here, y'all. What is going on? The Eclectic Beard, another great channel to check out. Various things there for the Eclectic Beard, from some of the electric type vehicles that are taking place to different stuff he does in the music reactions, the Eclectic Beard reactions. If you like to see up and coming artists, especially for people like over in the UK, he does a lot of their stuff on the channel. And then he also does the Eclectic Beard gaming that you'll kind of catch me on there at time. Of course, I have the Rajay gaming, so you heard both of our voices at times when we're playing some of the games together and stuff. So make sure y'all check him out. Cheers, says Whiskey Woman. Good to see you, Beard, as well. Chris in the house, what is going on? This is my buddy from work here. Says I'm here to socially get drunk in the distance. Ain't no better happy hour than the Thursday Beer Flow happy hour. I'll tell you that.
You're in the right place. In the right place.
Well, welcome back in, my friend. So yeah, he's just north of me, up in kind of that Dayton area. Of course, he's under the mask mandate now, up where he is at. Clutch said, "What's up, the Whiskey Woman?" My glass beard. I like that. Good comeback, my glass. Chris said he's starting out with Stone's Buenaveza. Nice. So let me know what you think about that one. And we're going to talk a little Stone Brewing tonight because them motherfuckers are up to some shady stuff, in my opinion. So we'll get into that as well. I'm drinking Elysian Space Dust again. It's like crack rock. I mean, also smoke actual crack, but this is a great primer. Funny. That's a good beer. Sometimes people knock on some of these breweries that, basically under the AB and Bev type thing, Elysian being one of them. But as far as I know, for the first time I've had them, and it was, I think, after the fact, they've always put out good beer. So I've had that. I've had the Super Fuzz. I tell people the Night Owl is one of my favorite pumpkin beers to enjoy. They put that out there. And their split shot, the espresso split shot, really good as well. So, as much as I try to do local and independent, I do get some of the big boys brands as well from time to time. I guess you can get some of a big boy brand now since they're footing the bill on some of their stuff, but they're still pretty decent. You like Elysian as well, don't you, Todd? I think you drank some of their stuff.
Yeah. I think just about everything I've had from them has been pretty good. I was just in there thinking, I was just trying to figure if we were getting Elysian or the Elysian before they were bought or because they were bought. I don't remember.
We got them here after they were bought because I'd opened up their distribution. Because once they were bought, we started getting them in Kroger and some of our other spots. Now, Trader Joe's, but I got some of their stuff in, or Jungle Jim's, but I got some of their stuff in. Possibly Party Source, but I don't remember Party Source having their stuff before they were bought out.
Yeah, so I think you're right. It's been the same here too, then. So it's probably after.
Yeah,
but I mean, I thought they were. I think it's pretty good. I think Space Dust is a solid beer.
Yeah. The weird thing is, of the ones that got bought out that I want to try that we don't get, is Wicked Weed. Like they're under there now, but we don't get them up here yet in the distribution. So that's one I wouldn't mind trying. I did get the 10 barrel. They were okay. I heard stuff about them, but they didn't really knock my socks off or anything like that. But they were decent enough that give them a shot or whatever. But Wicked Weed is the one I definitely want to try a little bit more of.
Now the Wicked Weed I've had it's pretty solid. They're good.
Yeah,
and I've even had some since they've been bought. So when I go down to Shannon's Aunt and Uncle's down in Tennessee, you can get it. They distribute there. So,
but you're not getting Indiana, or we're not getting in Kentucky either.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't seen that even at Jungle Jim's in Ohio. Jungle Jim's gets a lot of shit in. So,
yeah, it's kind of weird. Well, you would have thought you would have thought their
weird distribution laws.
Because I'm not so sure that Tennessee probably was getting it anyway before that, but maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Tennessee, you're right there, the next state.
Right, yeah.
From North Carolina, so they might have been sneaking it in, but yeah. Cuff and stuff. See, the beer professor always teaching me. It's all about teaching. We're all learning something. Every day, the goal should be to learn something, right? So, Michelle's in the house. Sparkle Supreme Queen. Yo, Rajay, what is going on? Good to see you, my friend. How are you doing this evening? Oh, shit. We got a legend in the house. We got No Hype Beer Reviews. Kyle up there in New York. Cheers to you, my friend. 16% ABV on a random Thursday night. Yeah, but it's a strict commute in the morning, It's 30 feet, 40 feet or something. I don't know. You do that. It's from the bedroom to the office.
Stop, drop, and roll.
Yeah,
You're there.
yeah. The longer route.
That was in hoops, but it's okay.
Yeah. It'll be a longer route going downstairs to get the coffee, but the first part of it will be pretty solid. Come in, turn the computer on, then go back and get the coffee. But if you guys don't know Kyle, No Hype Beer Reviews, let me tell you something. Going a little Fire Marshal Bill on you there. You guys need to check out Kyle. Kyle does some of the best videos out there when it breaks down the beer and gets into talking about the reviews. Plus, he sits like in someone's beer cellar. I mean, it's his beer cellar, but it's like a beer store type beer cellar. Like his cellar is better than some stores I've been in. He really gives some great breakdowns. He really dissects the beers nicely. He keeps it entertaining. So make sure you're checking out Kyle there, No Hype Beer Reviews as well. Foamy Head's in the house down in Texas. What is going on, my friend? He's having a selfie destruction. DDH IPA from Southern Prohibition Brewing. Cheers. Cheers to you, my friend. He's got so many different ones down there around Texas to go to. The one I went to down in Texas when I was in Dallas visiting the in-laws last year, I think it was Three Nations, and they had some pretty good beer down there. There were some other ones I like to get down there again and see some of their stuff I didn't get to see because I know there's some other good brews coming out. Eventually, I need to try some of that St. Arnold that Drunken one always drinks, so we can get that up here now too.
Kentucky or Indiana, or Kentucky or Ohio side?
I saw the Jungle Gyms on the Ohio side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're out of
I don't think I've seen that here, but
I don't know if they're Austin, but I think they're out of Texas, close to where Drunken one may be. He's outside the Austin area, but he's kind of in that vicinity or whatever, that region, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Weird Beer Reviews in the house. If you guys haven't checked out Weird Beer Reviews, Weird Beer Reviews is one of the newer YouTube channels. Welcome to the beer community. Does some entertaining videos. I just checked out one of his earlier this week. I got to get caught up, but I'm always trying to get caught up on everybody's videos. But show him some love and check it out. If you want to learn about some beer and be entertained, check out Weird Beer Reviews. I said, I'm pretty sure last time I drank Imperial Stout with 10 plus ABV, I woke up the next morning with my shoes still on.
It happens.
This is nothing for me. This is freaking cakewalk. I mean, we had some here like 18, 19%. I still got the bourbon counties down there. Those are like pushing up double-digit ABVs. In fact, a lot of the bombers I got to start uncorking, those are all like double ABV. So those like 22-ounce shots not be taken. And a few that are like 25 ounce. I still got like a 50-something ounce of the Stone beer as well. And No Hype also giving some love, saying check out Weird Beer Reviews. So yeah, definitely get him on your radar. Drinking on Manantler Brewing, the Moment of Truth Series 1, fermented and aged 1 year in Buffalo Trace barrels, and 40 Creek Copper Pot Canadian Whiskey Sons. Very nice. Nice little whiskey with the beer. So that one, what is that one? What are you feeling off of that one, Gilbert? You got any notes or anything you want to share? Let us know in the comments. Erie says, I'm drinking nothing because I'm bored as hell. I think Erie she might have the kid patrol, so she might not be drinking to take care of the kids. But Erie's got did you drink the King Cobra? I know you got the King Cobra for this last weekend, but I don't think you ever actually drank it from when you were playing Call of Duty, which I still haven't played with you. Well, actually, we did play with Erie on Call of Duty, which was awesome, except we couldn't hear Erie until she would really yell pissed off and then would somehow come through the microphone, which was great. So I can't wait. Now she has a headset. Alan did get her headset, so we'll be able to fully listen next time.
I was just going to say, I was wondering if she got it yet.
Yeah, so we'll be in good shape. Chris says, Stone's my favorite brew. Love to hear the news. Yeah, we'll definitely get into that.
Stay tuned.
Stone, I enjoy some of the Stone stuff. It's just over the years, and we talked about this before, for me, Stone kind of got a little too relaxed, and now they're changing things up again. It looks like, and they're putting some better stuff out there, which is great. But yeah, Stone has a history of, what we'll talk about. There might be a reason behind it, so we'll cover that too here in a bit. Lep's in the house. Cheers to Lep as well. Like I mentioned, Leprechaun TV. Great to check him out because he does get down on the Blackstone and really grows up some great food. Buena Vista is good, not great. Love the IPAs way more. All right. And how close to Jungle Gyms am I? Well, the Eastgate one is the one I go to usually, which is like 25 miles. But the one that's in Fairfield is probably about 35 miles or so. So that one's the smaller. That's the original one. The one at Eastgate, I think, is actually bigger. Let me see. Simon's in the house. Cheers, Simon. Good to see you as well, my friend. Simon says, when Rajay mentioned pumpkin beers, I recalled when I lived in Idaho Falls, Idaho, mid-90s. Bought a beer subscription. They just dropped it on my porch. No packaging. No need to coordinate. Pumpkin beers, surprisingly, aren't out yet. We're almost in August, and there's no pumpkin beers yet. What is going on? Must be getting rough, I guess.
Yeah.
Which is actually kind of funny because one of our local breweries here, they are actually in the process of an Oktoberfest beer that's getting released. And I said a thing like, whoa, Oktoberfest before pumpkin? I'm totally confused now because it's been pumpkin before Oktoberfest for so long. So, but they said they're not doing pumpkin beer, so they jumped right to Oktoberfest. But that's Sonder Brewing, and they do some great stuff out of Mason, Ohio.
For 2 weeks, it'll be coming out.
Oh, it'll definitely be out here at some point. I mean, it's that time of year, right? Pumpkin, yeah, right. July, August, yeah. Let's get it out there.
August, I think, yeah.
Chris said, Rajay teaches everyone to be a student of the biz. It's all you got to be involved. You got to be a part of what you're doing. And we all learn, right? No one knows it all, so none of us are truly experts. We got to keep educating and getting involved. Question: what beer smacked your jawbone in terms of flavor and strength that you didn't expect? Well, I can say the one that got me into, and I talked about this in another video. I think someone asked me before the one that got me into it. But the first time I had the Flower Power from Ithaca, that was when I didn't expect the flavor, because that's the first one that really got me looking into craft beer. As far as something and strength I didn't expect, I can say I drank the what is the one? Is that from Stone as well? Shoot, it's slipping my mind. There's one that I had and it was like, no, it's Evil Twin, and it's the Molotov cocktail. So the original Molotov cocktail, I think, is like 18%, and I would drink that and didn't really realize how. I mean, I knew it was like, it just didn't feel like an 18% beer. So if you ever get the Molotov cocktail, they got one that's now the Molotov Light as well. But that was when I was kind of surprised. I don't think there's any that I've had that were like too powerful. I know some people will have the Dogfish 120 and they'll think it's too strong because of the flavor and they like to let it age and stuff. But I'll drink the Dogfish 120 aged or new. Yeah. I don't know anything that you're thinking of, Todd, that kind of smacked you as well.
Strength-wise, I'd have to say the Utopus from Sam Adams. I mean,
I didn't do that one. Yeah, you did.
24 or 6% alcohol, I think. Yeah.
You didn't care. You took the whole bottle down.
One individual says I'm probably supposed to drink that in one night, but this guy did.
You said this shit was strong. I ain't feeling nothing.
Yeah, I was like, sure. But the odd thing was, it wasn't. But I don't know. I probably shouldn't have had as much, and I probably could remember just a little bit more about it. But it didn't seem to be that strong as you think of a 20-something% being.
Yeah,
it makes any sense. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was strong. So that for the strength. Now, flavor and strength would have to be. I'm drawing a blank. It's an Avery beer, one of the stouts that they have.
Was it Uncle Jacob Stout, or
it might be like 16-17% or something. That's and it's really good. I mean, and to me, it kind of hides the alcohol really well. You don't know it, but
yeah.
I mean, you can't really go wrong with a lot of the Avery stouts that are high ABVs. I think they do a fantastic job on hiding the alcohol on them for sure.
I will say the Spanish beers I got that I sent to you, Eric and Joe, with the brandy barrel, I didn't expect that flavor to be as good as it actually was. And that's the one that got me into wanting to find more brandy barrel beers.
Yeah, those were all three of those that you sent were fantastic.
Yeah. And that was Malavita out of Spain. I just happened to stumble across them. So, and I stumbled across a Rajay deal. Yeah, people, I did get a Rajay deal.
And they haven't had it since, right?
Haven't had it since. It was
Man,
in the moment. That's why with craft beer, you
It's a
got to
shame.
take it at that opportunity because you don't know when things going to be back because things change. So you got to go for it when it's available.
and I can't remember which one I had that ended up knocking over and spilt half of it on the floor. I was so pissed.
Oh, that
It
was
so good.
that was during our stream that we were doing.
Yeah, we were doing a stream, and I was like, I was so pissed.
And that was when you were waiting to drink too. I can't remember. Wasn't that the one I sent you? That was the brandy one. I think I sent you. I think you spilled your brandy one a little bit.
I think I did spill.
Yeah.
About half of it.
About half the bottle. Yeah.
So good, well, see, had the regular one, then the brandy one, and what was the other one? Is it tequila?
The other one was like your regular barrel aged, so just whiskey.
Well, I had the regular barrel, and then you had brandy, and there was something else. Wasn't there a third one?
Just the base, but I mean they were all 11%.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, but I think it was the
brandy.
brandy.
It was like a green, a blue, and a yellow label or something on them. Yeah. They were all so good, though. They were all really good.
Yeah, Erie says she didn't drink the King Cobra, so she does have that saved. So see, Erie, you got that saved. Got a headset that actually works, right? So now you're good to go. Sweet. And you'll be ready to rock and roll with that. And let's see, sour, sweet, and cherries for the grisette. Still refreshing as well. Grapefruit, nice. A grisette is actually one that I wouldn't mind trying as well. I've heard things about that style there. I think we had one of the beer festivals. Someone did bring something in like that. But I don't think I got a chance to try it. If I did, I don't remember it too much. It might have been after we had already been drinking a good amount at the beer fest too.
It happens.
You can't even track all the stuff you drink at the beer fest. So
no.
Kyle said Flower Power was the first IPA he ever liked. Good call. Yeah, the Flower Power from Ithaca was one that kind of opened up my palate. I say my eyes opened up my palate to getting more craft beers, and definitely one. And I don't even know if I've had that much else from Ithaca. I feel like I should check out more of their stuff since that was the one that kind of got me into it. I feel like they're probably doing some pretty good things there. So maybe I will check them out some more. But that's the comments as they stand right now. So apparently I'm on top of it tonight for a little bit. Talking about some other stuff here before we get into some of the other beer talk. So today, of course, first day of baseball is back, the return of baseball. So the Yankees were playing the Nats, world champion Nats. And of course, it's 2020. So you expect something to happen? Fucking rain delay, like 6 inning, thunderstorm, lightning, shut it down for a while. So they're not going to rain delay. But of course, what else happens in 2020 but nothing ever good, right? So was kind of checking some of that out. Talking about the math stuff. One thing I was going to ask the people, kind of curious to yourself, anybody in the chat, during the time of this whole thing, were there any new skills you learned? If you were like maybe not going anywhere or spending more time with it, did you like do anything different? I mean, outside of like Vanessa, who like builds stuff all the time that we know, but did you like do anything or learn new skills, try anything different, or just kind of just laid back and relaxed and waited it out? Nothing at all.
Drink more beer.
I mean, I read some more. I tried to read some other books and do some stuff, but I find my time also vegging out, watching like some of the shows, which
that's what I was going to say.
Yellowstone. I'm glad I got caught up on Yellowstone. Yellowstone is such a freaking good show. So
it's so good.
Yeah,
that's one of our favorites. Maybe it might be Shannon's favorite.
I'm just like
might even go to say as much. It might be one of her favorites of all time, even though it's only 3 seasons in.
It's pretty good. It's pretty gritty. I like what they're doing there. Eric says,
sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I gotta ask you, what do you think of the one cowgirl, the one farmhand girl? I don't know, whatever you call her. You know what I'm talking about?
She's crazy now. No, I didn't see last week's episode. The last episode I saw was when Jimmy hooked up with the Buckle Bunny. Was the last one I saw. Are you caught up this season?
Yeah. We're up to date.
So in the hospital when he hooked up with her there.
Oh, okay.
That's the last one I saw.
So you're a couple episodes behind.
I'm a couple episodes behind, but it's like that one chick you mentioned. It's like her. She's like, so all of a sudden, it's like the black guy's becoming interested in her a little bit. But she's like after him like crazy on there. It's a pretty funny show.
So you'll find out the this very last episode. So if you're 2 behind, you'll be 2 episodes in, but you'll find out the story behind what's her name, the daughter, and then
no, you know what? I did see that episode. I did see that. Yeah, I just didn't see the last. Yes, Jamie, her brother that took him.
Jamie. Yeah.
So I saw that episode.
That was fucked up.
I'm like, yeah, I saw that. And the first words of my mouth was like, Jamie's a motherfucker. So he screwed up everybody's life. So yeah.
I'm like, okay, now you totally get why she's pissed off at him all the time.
and they're about to get, I can see some of the other stuff that's about to come out about that, and he might want to stay away from Rip in the future. That's all I'm going to say.
Right, exactly. Exactly. That's what Shannon looked. I was like, they kind of got together. Her and Rip got together for a second. I was like, oh, please don't tell him. If she tells him, he'll just ride off and kill him. He'll kill him right there. Yeah. Like in an instant, he'll kill him. It's just like, I never even thought about it that way. I was like, oh, there's no way he's not going to kill him if he finds out.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. But I know he sounded like a bunch of old ladies here gabbing, I think. So we'll get back to this. Everybody's like, what are they talking about? It's like watching the Golden Girls or something. Paul says, cheers. Just speaking of the Golden Girls house is now up for sale, by the way. So any of those that he had those Golden Girls fantasy, one, there might be something wrong with you, but 2, you can get the house. Paul says, cheers, gents. And if you haven't checked out PA Brew News, make sure you check him out too. He's actually been doing more of the beer reviews again. He's doing the painting and stuff like that. So Paul's always got good stuff happening. I'm trying to do work on my yard and house. And Erie, did you grow the farm out anymore? Because you got like more animals out there, I bet. Paul says, I like yellow snow. And Chris says, yes, Yellowstone halfway through season 2. Well, hopefully, I don't want to say too much. I know we're still watching it, but you're going to enjoy it. Yeah. So it is definitely picking up some good steam, and I enjoy it. I enjoy the characters and stuff through. Yeah, because we're in season 3 right now, right? Where we're at. Yeah. So, yeah.
And it's one of the few shows where all the characters for me, there's not like anyone that I just really hate, except for like Jamie. Maybe I'm not, just because. Just when
you want to give him the benefit of the doubt, right? So, yeah.
Right. But everybody else outside of that, it's like there's not really anybody that for me anyway, it's like I kind of like.
Well, the cool thing with the script is so many of them are conflicted on so many different things. Like none of them are like straight as what they actually look to be. They all have different conflicts they're all fighting with. From the Native American chief to like Casey to like Jay. They all have like issues in some way or another that they're dealing with on that show, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
And then Gilbert said, Grisette was brewed for miners in the Belgian and Northern France farmhouse, table ale tree sun. Yeah, I remember hearing about that coming out of France then. And of course, I love my Belgian ale, so I'm always reading about Belgium. One of the things I was trying to get through is the beer Bible. That's one of the books I'm trying to get finished now, just to get more beer knowledge. Like I said, I feel like you definitely want to immerse yourself in it if you want to tell that good story. That's my opinion. Some people do that, some don't, but I like to find out more and more and increase the knowledge base, so to speak. So, in talking about some of the beer news, and I'm going to save the Stone one for down the way before we get to that one. One, we have an issue right now that's close to the heart. They're looking at possibly running out of aluminum cans because of some of the shortages that are taking place. So not just with beers, but also with sodas and all that kind of stuff. So that'll be kind of interesting. Right now, I know Brooklyn Brewery and I think it might have been Miller and another one of the big ones have basically said how they're changing their distribution and not making certain things now because of the beer and the can shortage taking place. So that kind of sucks if we start running into those kind of issues. But I don't know why the shortage happened. I didn't read as much into the story to find out all that was going on. But essentially, there's just going to be a shortage of aluminum available for these manufacturers that can stuff. So
I wonder if they go back to bottles, I guess.
I think some will go to bottles that have that bottle and set up. Gilbert said back to glass, baby, as well. And when I first got into craft, I was used to the bottles anyway. But then I started getting used to the cans, which they used to do cans before they switched to bottles. I feel like the cans, from everything I've read and studied and enjoyed, like cans are usually better than the bottles anyway, because it keeps the lifestyle. Even with brown bottles, cans are usually always better. But some of these other craft breweries that I think got set up, they've always canned, right? Like take a Rheingeist. Rheingeist doesn't have bottles. They have bottles for their big 22 ounces, but they've always canned all their other stuff. And it's kind of interesting to see how that may impact things. And if there is a shortage, if that'll drive some of the prices possibly up for some of the breweries too, because they may have to charge more for what they have. So something to keep an eye on there. Big shout out to Emerson. Well, thank you, sir. I do appreciate that. Emerson with the $5 drop. Thank you, sir. Cheers to you. Go grab a 12-pack of Tennessee Cream Ale and get super lit in the driveway. Love your stuff. Cheers. Well, thank you, brother. Appreciate you as well. It's funny. We can actually get like 12 packs of that amount around here. Like at Jungle Gyms, they're always having like 12-pack of Tennessee Bach. It'll be like $5.99 or something. It's like, how can you sell it that low? Like, what's going on? I don't ask questions, though. I just buy the beer.
That's right.
Another interesting story that happened this week. So a man accidentally received a $3,500 Venmo payment. So what did he do? He went out to buy beer.
That's right.
So he went out to buy
drink it.
So he was using it to buy beer. I think they ended up catching him. He had to return it back, but that's just kind of fun. Like a $3,500 just pops into your account by accident. Like, hey, what is that? You know?
Did it ever say where it come from?
It was actually, I think, done something at a store, and it was like a refund back or something, but it was the refund was wrong or something. Yeah. So, but it's funny. That's like that Monopoly, you know, in your favor, right? You get to keep it. In Monopoly, you get to keep it when it's in your favor. So it should be there. It should count for you. You should be able to have it.
I guess not my fault.
Yeah. Blake says, hey, what's going on? Blake's in the house. Blake TV.
Blake.
Another one to check out. He's at Emerson dropping a bomb. Yeah, Emerson dropped a nice little bomb there for real. Cheers, fam. And Blake TV, if you're not familiar with him, great entertainment. Tomorrow night, home of the Friday Night Throwdown, 9 o'clock Eastern. You can check that out on Blake TV. Always a good time. And then Tuesdays at 1 p.m. at the B&A show. And I think tomorrow, I don't know if it's on your channel or if it's on Alice's channel, but you have the B&A show part 2. And I think that's usually around, I want to say it's like 5 or 6 Eastern. I'm not sure at what time exactly. And Erie said, what's up, Blake, as well. Another story from out this week. Coronavirus consumption up. And they're saying it may be because of the beer shortage. So I don't know how that, I mean, people are drinking more because they can't go anywhere, I guess. So I'm thinking there might be a baby thing that might be up at some point, though, too. Either you're drinking or you're doing something else, possibly. I mean, I guess, I don't know, because don't you have the Corona 15 or something? Like people are putting on an average of 15 pounds or whatever during this coronavirus thing because they're not exercising or getting out and doing stuff.
Something like that. That's probably the baseline, I would say.
Yeah, probably. So a lot of things happened because of that, but it's funny they said the consumption is actually up on the beer. We also had one of the free magazines used to be the Crowler Craft Beer magazine that actually has folded, so that's not actually going to be going out anymore. It was a free service around craft beer, so anybody that got the Crowler. Kind of interesting because now you're starting to see companies that might be facing issues and might be closing down. For instance, you're looking at situations, they're talking about a lot of businesses that getting shut down again with some of the things taking place. They may not be able to open back up. So, you know, craft beer kind of saw that being lost right now. It'll be interesting to see what other businesses are affected as well. We know some of the bars and things are being hit hard because you're not able to keep a lot of the bars open, they said, because it's more socializing than if people went to the restaurant, I guess, which I can kind of see because if you're out at the bar socializing, it's easier, you know, with you're drinking, the masks come down, you're doing a lot more stuff than maybe like a family type dinner. But at the same point, I don't know, it's kind of interesting, all that stuff taking place. Erie said, dang, these days are on a shortage. Everything these days on a, yeah, everything's like, I tell you what, you know, it's kind of interesting. It's funny. I was talking to one of the manager I mentioned earlier about Kroger. We were talking, and all of a sudden now, I don't know if you've seen it in your stores, but paper towels are not on shelves as much. Here, at least, there's toilet paper, but now the paper towels are gone. I'm like, did something flip-flop? And I didn't get the memo, or he's like, yeah, it's kind of a weird thing we're seeing right now. We're seeing more people buy paper towels, but then the toilet paper's in.
Yeah, I've seen an abundance of toilet paper lately. I haven't really noticed the paper towels being down. I do know that you can't find fucking Clorox counter wipes or anything like that.
So you're not finding those now, really?
Or hand sanitizer. Can't find it anywhere.
See, we got hand sanitizer at Kroger. We got like a whole shelf of it now.
I take that back. The hand sanitizer, you can get it like Sam's Club, but they want to rape you across the coals for it's like a big old thing of like $30. I'm like, dude, you just go buy a little container for $1. Like, why are you trying?
Yeah,
I guess you can't blame them trying to make it with make the money while they can. Just so I'm like, come on.
It's just like one that I got there, and this one like a size like this, and I think it was actually only like $2.50 or whatever. Yeah. But it's still more than what I think it used to be. But,
right. Yeah. I mean, I've seen it. In some of the prices. I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah.
Oops. But the wipes, counter wipes.
Yeah.
Unless you just happen to be at the right place at the right time, I've not seen them for a long time. And my mom will get them every now and again, and she'll pick me up a container or something, because I like to use them, wiping down the counter and stuff after cooking or whatever, and she'll pick up one extra one if she's able to. It's usually a limit one, but she might go back in next day or something. They still have some, but like I haven't seen them at all.
Yeah, like Chris says there, him and the wife went to Dollar General to get 4 packs of paper towels because Kroger was out where he's at as well. So it's kind of weird. You may notice that in your stores, like the paper towels are now gone, but the toilet paper's there. But if things start shutting down again, like will people make another run on toilet paper? So if you're trying to be ahead of the curve, I guess.
But I did see one of our local butcher shops said that their meat prices have come down a little bit. So I wonder if anybody else is seeing that. If like meat prices dropping.
At Kroger, the meat prices have come down. I know. So it's not like it was for a while there. It was getting a little crazy, but it wasn't as crazy as like I know Blake, where he was at in Arkansas, was saying it was I think $18 for 3 pounds at one point. I was like, we never got that high.
Shit, I know it was in Sam's Club. Was it last weekend? That's where we usually order buy our dog food is from there, and I always go by and check out their meats and see if they got anything special. It was like 3 ribeyes was like $45. I was like, I'll just throw some bologna and fry it up. With the ribeye, let's give me a $2 pack of bologna and be good to go.
Always comes back to the fried bologna. I'll fry some bologna. It'll be good.
Had to throw it in there. But one of our locals, which is like a Cajun, it's kind of a Cajun style, like the guys from New Orleans. So he opened up a Cajun meat market or butcher shop, and all their stuff is phenomenal. I mean, you can't buy like a regular ribeye or ground beef or whatever. Up until the pandemic started, like on Mondays, you could get like a pound of ground beef for like $2.99.
Yeah,
it was like a Monday special $1 off, so $3.99 normally. But then he stopped all that and stopped his ribeyes for a while, and it's like, jeez. But now he's come back and said, now it's prices dropped. So
yeah,
which is good to see. It's like, God, what are they doing with all the beef when nobody wants to pay that much for it, and it goes bad? Or they just throwing it all out?
The thing is, people were paying for it. People were just whipping out credit cards and stuff. Probably. And they talked about credit debt was going up during this whole thing as well. People were running it up because they had no cash. They got to get food on the table, especially if they got families.
Totally see that for sure.
Here he says, shoot, people socialize more at Walmart than bars around here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of socializing in Walmart and Kroger. Any store, people socialize, like, two will be blocking the aisles. Like, you guys want to pull your carts to the side? Like, why are you guys in the middle of the aisle talking, trying to get caught up on these? Oh, I haven't seen you in 15 years. Well, guess what? Make it one more day and get that fuck out the way.
Speaking of Walmart, so we don't hardly ever go there very often. We was out last night. We've been on a hunt for a Nintendo Switch to get our daughter. And like every place has been sold out of them forever, which I don't even understand that because it's been around for 4 or 5 years, maybe 3 or 4 years.
Well, you got more people at home now, probably.
Well, that's true. Now they're just like flying off the shelves like crazy. So we went to our little Target, which is like kind of pretty close to Walmart, because we thought they had them in. So we went in and they were already sold out of them. The guy's like, "Oh yeah, the truck came a day early." So the website still showed it as having them, but they was already out. So I was like, "Well, let's just ride over to Walmart. We're right here." So we went to Walmart. We were walking in, which made me think of this. and there's just music blaring on the outside walking in. It's almost like you was at a nightclub or something. Shannon goes, what the hell are they doing? They think people are going to start dancing out here in the parking lot? What is going on? I'm like, I have no idea. I was like, it's Walmart. It was funny though. It was like, I mean, just plain as day, just like he's walking into a nightclub.
Speaking of Walmart, why is everything crazy always happening at the Walmart? Anything you find out, like crazy things seem to always happen there. Occasionally you'll get a Target thrown in, maybe a Family Dollar, but Walmart definitely holds down the most crazy shenanigans that happen. Ever since my feeling, people were drinking more because this was a man-made epidemic to make people diversify their beer taste. Soon beer aficionados will reign supreme. Good luck. Yeah, there you go. I like that idea. A guy at the DG today was like, damn, now we got toilet paper and everybody's buying sugar now. I guess it goes in spurts and people start buying different things, and I didn't even look at the sugar aisle, but maybe that's going too.
Yeah, me either.
Blake says this year sucked. LOL. I think a lot of people will definitely go with that. I got to go get papers tomorrow. Let's hope I can find them, or paper towels rather. Yeah, it's just weird. It's like at certain spots, like paper towels are just disappearing. Indoor service.
Bought a bunch of them at Sam's Club about a week or so ago, so I'm good on those for a while.
Yeah, I think we got like one roll. We'll probably pick up some this weekend, but indoor service for bars, restaurants starts tomorrow. I still haven't been to patio yet. LOL. Yeah, we're actually having some of our stuff closed on insides around here now. So my feelings exactly. If I ain't seen you in 15 years, there may be a reason. Right, Erie? You might be a reason where you don't need to see that person. Lock the damn aisle. Erie was a nightclub Walmart. There are some that are 24 hours. If you go to Walmart, 24-hour Walmart, go in there at like 2 a.m. to see who shows up. Like, who shops at 2 a.m.? I mean, like, it's got to be some crazy people. That's probably where you see those pictures of people shopping at Walmart where they actually happen like 2 or 3 in the morning. You've seen someone in 15 years, they owe you money. good for sure.
That always happens.
With all the mass stuff, most people are buying up to stay home. Maybe, yeah. Well, you get like the deliveries and stuff, though. You get like Amazon delivers a lot of it, and the stores here, like we've used Kroger stuff, deliver some stuff at times, but I think a lot more people are using those services. The Walmart was 24 hours for COVID. At least they were right. Yeah, you know what? Ours is 24 hours down the road, or at least it was. But I never go to Walmart except if I go to the eye doctor because our eye doctor's in that Walmart there. But I don't know if they cut their hours back. Our Kroger did. Our Kroger was a 24-hour Kroger, and I think they close at 10 o'clock now at night. So let me see. And I had a thing popping in. Eric
I did see Walmart's closing for Black Friday this year, or not
Thanksgiving, closing
Thanksgiving night, yeah.
Which good for them. Like, you don't need to be working on Thanksgiving night.
Right. Yeah. It's just stupid that everybody does that anyway. But
yeah, Erie says our close at 8 o'clock now. Yeah, so they close at 8 on there. So yeah, depending where you're at, I mean, well, a lot of people are going out. It's probably not worth it to stay open that late because of that, but interesting. One of the coolest stories I saw this week was that residents down in Texas at one of the nursing homes, they started crafting beer as a hobby at the nursing home. So all the older people that were in there, they basically made a brewery at the nursing home where they all craft beer. And that was like their class. You know, when you're in those retirement homes, you do different things. And
that seems like a great idea.
It was a great idea. So they created their
own
beer.
What else do you have to do?
Exactly. So that's pretty awesome. Like great for them. Yeah. So they showed a picture of them. You can see it online. And they all had like the different beers and stuff they had made and everything like that. It's like, what a great hobby. You know, sit there.
I'm going to tell Shannon she needs to bring that up to her activities director at work and say, I need to start a brewery. Yeah. Imagine a bunch of dementia patients making beer. You can get some crazy ass shit, I bet.
I got a dry hop. You did that a couple hours ago. No, I didn't. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Ooh, there's going to be some hoppy beer. Yeah. You should see the people at Walmart. So that's what I'm saying. At 3 a.m., I can only imagine what the people look like at Walmart. CB, last time I was at Walmart was 5 years or more. Yeah, I would say it's been probably 2.5 years since I've really been inside the Walmart past where I do the optical in the front of the store. I just don't usually go into Walmart because I had some different reasons about the way they do some of their business policies. But with our health insurance or our vision insurance through work, that's the closest one for me to go. So I kind of go in for that. Or if it's an emergency, like on a Sunday, you need something for the car. Some of the car like places you can't get into, go into the auto shop there. Like I said, I already have. Not I'd like to see you think it was a full moon every night at 3 a.m. Yeah, you're kind of at 3 a.m. Is it worse to be in a Walmart or be at the Waffle House? I mean, both have their own shows taking place, I'm sure.
And in most cases, it's probably the same people. So
yeah, did I just see a Walmart? Erie said I wore a mask and didn't die. I thought I was going to be I thought I was going to, and I did get to mofo, but I survived. Props to people having to wear them 8+ hours a day. Yeah, I mean, no, you mean if you have something like a respiratory type thing and something like that, everything, I guess it can be an issue. And doctors I know I don't know, they write a note or whatever you carry with you in case you're asked about it in some of these states and stuff. But, you know, you look at surgeons and stuff they do, and you look at like guys when they go hunting and they're masked up. And I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just the forcing of that psychologically is something with that as well for people. But I'm just like, go in. You're only going in for a little bit of time. So
yeah,
hopefully it's not anything too much. Do you two ever sleep? Triple B's in the house. It's Thursday night, man. It's Thursday night. It's the Beer Flow Show, Triple B. So you know how we put that on here. Yeah. So
there's always time for sleep.
Yeah. Like someone said, you sleep when you die, right? So, but Beer Barbecue Baseball in the house. Welcome, my friend. Hopefully you're enjoying something good tonight. Cheers. And for those of you that don't know Triple B, check him out. He still does some beer reviews. He's been actually pretty active doing some of the different beer reviews too. So give him a shout as well. Here he said, I used to go to Walmart drunk about then. Oh, fun days. So sure you weren't the only one. Our local gas station almost stops. Walmart's crazy as a mofo all times a day. Yeah, I think everybody has in their town like that little corner gas station. It's just like, be careful if you go down there. It's like crazy stuff may happen. So, but yeah, the Texas retirement thing was pretty cool. And then I also saw, as we were talking about baseball season, so the NBA inside the whole Walt Disney bubble was supposed to start up, I guess. They're trying to see what they're going to do there. But Budweiser used to be the beer of the NBA, and now it's Mick Ultra. That's kind of interesting. I don't see Mick Ultra as being like the beer of any sport, I think.
Wouldn't think.
Yeah, but that's the NBA's. The NBA's going to be Mick Ultra this year. I'm like,
come on, man.
Again, it's 2020, and this is the kind of shit we're dealing with. True. I think of like if sports where you could have Mick Ultra as the sponsor, maybe swimming.
At least it's not White Claw.
Possibly beach volleyball. Cricket. I don't know. Where do you put Mick Ultra? It's like Budweiser. You feel like that? Okay, Budweiser makes sense. Official beer to the NBA. You know. Like what if they make Ultra like the official beer of NASCAR? People would go crazy.
Yeah. What? Bill, what? I'm banning it. I'm not watching it ever again.
Right. It's like Mick Ultra. Interesting. I mean, Mick Ultra is definitely come away. People are drinking it because they want to lose those calories, but to make it the beer of a sport.
Yeah, that's pretty bold.
That is pretty bold. Bold.
I mean, in all honesty, I do see a lot of people drinking it though. But
maybe the beer of like the Boston Marathon. I can see like the Boston Marathon.
There you go. Yeah,
I can see that.
Yeah, water, Mick Ultra, whatever.
Yeah.
Water with a little kick.
And Emerson, LOL, would be cool if you guys banded together and had a channel where someone was always drinking 24/7. That shit would put the gamers to shame. When an idea, that is an idea. If we had like a network and we had a channel and people would just spot in at different points, kind of like a 24/7 radio station, or now we'd have a beer network. I like your thinking, Emerson.
That would be a pretty cool idea. Actually.
That would be pretty good, you know.
Wake up at 2 a.m, be like, oh shit, you drink a beer at 2 a.m? Yeah, myself.
Well, you know, with us, we would team up with the guys like over in the UK and stuff.
Right. Peter
and them because they're 5 hours ahead of us, so it easily could be done. to have like a collective type station or something like that, and then everybody come on and brand it for their own YouTube channel. But we run it 24 hours or something. That's a pretty good idea there.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. That would be cool to do for like one day or a weekend or something, just to try. Like everybody just get a shift and be like, okay,
yeah,
you're on.
Here. Alan said that would be a dangerous channel to be a member of. Well, you don't have to drink them all. You have other people involved. Yeah, and that's true too, CB. Money does talk, and I know they put the money out for them to get that contract for sure. I don't know. Alan sure bought some the other day, and I was surprised. Alan bought some Mick Ultra, really? There you go. And True Emerson. And the Michelob Ultra Infusions is really nice for light beer. Okay, Alan, you really said you like a beer with infusions in the title? Infusions in the title? Give me the old Chris Carter. Come on, man.
Come on, man. I think it deserves a shot in the back next time we play COD, just because.
just because. That's for the infusions. Oh. Well, I think he's sharing the Zima with Erie now. And I'm not a huge beer person, but maybe because it was what it was like is why I liked it. Probably because it is watered down for sure. And my buddy Chris is saying the infusions are great, so he's going to side into it as well. But he lifts weights and all kind of stuff. He works out, but it's kind of like, come on, infusions? I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. Like, did my other one drop down there yet? I don't know. Did it drop? With this diet, I'm drinking stuff like the Ultra and a Smirnoff Spiked Seltzer. Yeah, he is doing a dieting thing for sure. Yeah, I was surprised.
There you go. That's a little saving grace.
Yeah. Don't care for the Ultra normally or no flavor, but pretty good for sure. And he says, again, it's a diet homie on a diet homie. Got you, brother. You know, I had to say something. I don't know if Blake is still here, but I'm surprised if Blake's here. He let that pass even. That's why that's what I was drinking while playing COD. Oh, you were drinking a little something.
Ah.
I just can't wait to hear your commentary, Erie, because your commentary is fantastic from the parts I did hear. She was getting a little frustrated. She said she understood why we drank beer while we played, though. So, and why we yelled. Yeah.
It goes hand in hand, for sure.
So, some of the weirder things, the weirder type news, and as it relates to beer, like, you know, on this channel we have to go on to fried bologna. I put a thing on my Facebook about the pineapple and mayonnaise sandwich. No idea what that's a Southern treat. Talk about the chocolate gravy, again, with biscuits. Don't know where that's coming from, but people have seen that. With beer, people basically are now starting to put pickles in the beer. Usually if it's like a cheap light beer. I've never seen anything like this before. I'm kind of curious if anybody's ever thought that or tried that. But they take the pickle, they put the beer in the glass, they drop the pickle in the glass, and they drink it together. Which the pickle can add a little bit of that saltiness to it, kind of if you think on the back end of a Goza or something like that and everything. But it's like, I've never seen that before. Now, I know people that pour salt in the beer sometimes to give it a little bit of that salty feel, but just wondering if anybody else has seen that out there.
My aunt used to do that, either put salt in it or a handful of peanuts in like a Miller Lite in a glass. And she would drink Miller Lite, and she would always either add some salt or a handful of peanuts. For the saltiness, I guess, on top of that.
She wouldn't drink the beer and just eat the peanuts. She put the peanuts in the beer.
In the beer, yeah. And then I guess eat them as you're drinking. I don't know. I'm not really sure.
I just found that rather intriguing. And this is a really good beer. Again, this was the Moody Tongue. If you missed it, the bourbon barrel aged gingerbread imperial stout, 16% ABV that I drank the first one of. I would definitely recommend. Kind of disappointed. Unfortunately, you won't see a review of that on the channel because I didn't realize I thought it was a different beer. I drank the only one that I have. But it happens. Don't worry, I got a lot more beer to share with you guys. So now...
Did that one change? Did that one change as you got through it?
Actually, so as it got warmer, you got a little bit of hit of cinnamon on the gingerbread as well. That came out in the flavor. But it got really smooth. It's got like a syrupy type texture to it. Almost like a velvety type feel. Just slides down the throat really easily. And overall, it's a nice imperial stout. So we'll definitely say pick it up. You gotta have a little bit more of that sweeter tooth, but it doesn't really get overly sweet. Like you have a problem with that with some of the sweeter beers out there where they become too overly sweet after a point. That one lasted the whole way through. Easily one you can sit down, enjoy. Nice one with a cigar if you had a cigar. That was worth picking up. So I can't remember what I paid for that one. That might have been one of the ones they got for me through one of the raffles, which they did. Might have been like 9 or 10 or something a bottle for that one or something. It was usually one of the higher ones when they do the raffle stuff, but very nice. And I think I got it when I got some of the Bourbon County stuff as well, which I need to still drink a few of those that I have here. But right now, I'm going to actually have my 420 strain, the G13 IPA from Sweetwater. I picked this up last week because I haven't had it in a while. I've had it before. It's a hemp beer. Always enjoy hemp beers myself. I'm a fan of them. So I don't know what your take usually is on them, Todd, but I enjoy a nice hemp beer. Some people...
Yeah, the ones I've had are pretty good. Mostly the Sweetwater ones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wanted the Be Real one, but they didn't have the Be Real one when I got this one. That's the one we had at Beer Fest. That was the
yeah. Oh, what's his name? Be Real, but
Be Real from Cypress Hill. Yeah,
Cypress Hill. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Cypress Hill. Yeah, that was pretty good. That was definitely had the marijuana hemp flavor smell to it for sure.
This one definitely does too, and
they're tasty though.
The difference between like this one is like the New Belgian and the Hemper. When I did that one, the next day you have a few of them. The Hemper, you kind of get more of a lag over. Sometimes you feel like you still have it in your mouth when you wake up. Sometimes, depending on how many you may have had. With this one, it clears up rather nicely. So I like this one a little bit more than that one.
So I cracked. Have you seen or had this one? Untitled Art.
Which one is it from?
Cherry Sour a la Mode.
Oh, I haven't had that one. Untitled Art does some great stuff on their beers too.
I'll tell you what, it's pretty tasty. It's Berliner Weiss style ale with cherry concentrate and milk sugar. Comes in at where's that? 6%. It's pretty tasty. It tastes like I'm picking up a lot of cinnamon kind of on it. Kind of like cinnamon graham cracker, which I guess maybe the a la mode,
nice.
Plays into that part. Yeah. It's pretty good. Nice tartness to it. It's kind of a dark, looks like almost kind of like a...
Oh, it looks like a cherry juice or something.
Yeah. It's good. If you see it, I'd recommend it for sure.
Also gonna.
They do a lot of good stuff anyway.
Also gonna have a splash of the Gentleman Jack here too.
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah, because it's the weekend almost.
Why not? Close enough.
But talking back with Erie, Alan said, "Oh, I had to say something. It's like Eric with his skinny capris." Had to because those fuckers were killing me. Erie was saying, says she cusses worse than I do playing it. She says, "Alan, not possible. That's because you don't hear yourself, wifey. You are worse in the cussing department." If no one heard it, it don't count.
That's right.
Oh, that's funny. I've heard it put in peanuts in RC Cola or Coca-Cola, but never in beer. I never heard it in the colas either.
Yeah, I've seen it in colas too, but yeah, she always did it in the beer.
Now, here's it makes me want a Coke with peanuts. You can always try that for sure. Mooney Tongue is some decent stuff. I agree. Definitely, if you're ever in the Chicago area, definitely try to check them out. I would say I haven't been to the brewery, but I've had some of their stuff on tap at a couple of the restaurants around there. But definitely worth seeing. And the 420 strain, especially the Mango Kush, are some of my go-tos. The Mango Kush is probably my third favorite of the three that I've had thus far. The base version is my favorite, and then right behind that is the Insane OG, which is the Be Real one, and then the Mango Kush. But I enjoyed all three of them thus far.
That Mango Kush, I think I had it at the Beer Fest.
Yeah, that's what we had there. That's one we had there, yeah.
Yeah, that was good too. Yeah, that was really good.
Triple B said that one sounded good, Todd, that you had there as well.
Yeah, it's really good.
Gentleman Jack, you'll enjoy the single barrel. Yeah, I'm trying to get a little bit more of the whiskey in. So, yeah, I would definitely check out that one as well. Alan, you can't pick on him. He can't defend himself. Yeah, he's not here to defend himself. That's true. Not yet. He might be here like in the next 16 minutes or so, he said. He was coming back from a buddy's house. So we shall see if Big E arrives or Big Daddy. And let me see. So the other thing that we were talking about earlier, we'll get into that. So if you're not aware of it out there, and we were talking about Stone earlier, Stone has this thing where apparently if you're a brewery and you use Stone in any kind of way, fashion, or whatever, they're going to sue you, or they're going to send you a cease and desist or whatever it may be. It's kind of, to me, kind of a shitty move with some of the stuff they're doing, because the people they're kind of attacking, like, you're not going to confuse them with Stone Brewing. So the first time it happened was with Keystone. Keystone came out with their beer. They changed their logo up where they highlighted the stone out of the key over the key, and then Stone kind of sent them a thing about that. Well, now we have one in Kentucky, a small brewery that actually is called Saltstone, and they basically, Saltstone is some type of, I think it's like a lime type rock or whatever. The area they're in, Saltstone is common, but that's the name of the brewery in the beer. And now they sent them a cease and desist letter. Like, someone's going to confuse this small brewery in Kentucky with a huge brewery like Stone coming off the West Coast. And I feel like sometimes these guys get to a point where when they do get big, they almost forget where they came from. And it's like, to me, it's kind of a shitty move on their part. And I'm going to probably do a video about this weekend once I compile the stuff together to share on that. But it's kind of like, this whole craft brewery is based, the whole craft brewing community is based on these small breweries operating and growing and becoming something. And a lot of the times they're helping each other out to grow to get to these levels. And now you have one of the ones that came from there who's now kind of a big dog on the hill, kind of picking on another one down there, in my opinion. Now, one reason they may be doing it is because of their fight against Keystone, and anything that has Stone, they may have to send something out. But at some point, you can't, like, how can you own the word Stone? It's just like, right. It's just stupid to me at that point. It's kind of, so I'm going to get more into it as I do more of the stuff on it. But from what I've read earlier this week, and Todd brought it up earlier to me about, it'd be a good topic for tonight. It's just like, when some breweries become kind of like prima donnas or whatever like that, it starts to turn me off on them a little bit. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, why do I want to, you think you're this big shit or whatever, too big. And it's like, and I think that's what they start to lose. And they're getting slammed in the brewing, I guess you could say the brewing blogs and stuff like that, Twitter and all that kind of stuff, where people are taking offense to them doing this. And it's just like, why even get yourself in? Like, no one's going to confuse you with this little thing, especially when breweries are fighting right now through this whole Corona thing to actually survive. You're going to come out and do some bullshit like this.
Well, this one doesn't even make any sense anyway. Like, how does Stone even know about this brewery to begin with? They're just a little micro brewery. It's what it say, like 3-barrel? Like a 3-barrel or something?
Yeah, it's not even
like, what are they going to do to Stone? Like, what are they going to take away from them? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't even make any sense. Like, okay, Keystone, which is still ridiculous and absurd.
Like, you're going to walk in and be like, you're going to
think big, so okay, right? Yeah, you're not gonna mistaking the Keystone for a Stone beer. Like, give me a break. Like, it's just, I mean, if they want to butt heads against them, okay, fine, whatever. They're a big boy, you can do that. But a little guy in just Kentucky, like, what are they afraid of? Like, what are they doing? That doesn't even make any sense. Like, it doesn't even make any sense. I mean, do they even have any grounds to stand on and something like that? I mean, the brewery's named after the stone that you were talking about. I think, like, the building, didn't it say, like, the building was made of this?
Right.
A stone or whatever.
Yeah, it's like saltstone, which is common in the community where the brewery is located. And they have the trademark on Stone as Stone Brewing and stuff. Like, all these, in craft beer, they're very careful about who you trademark on stuff. There's been other incidents where, the people have to challenge. We had the, West 6 and Magic Hat with their number 9. We've had other issues that have happened out there in the past, but at a certain point, when you just say, okay, from a common sense perspective, this is stupid. Like, it makes no sense to even go further on this, but it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. To me, it's kind of like, a Goliath picking on a David or whatever you want to say. It's just basically you're pretty much taking on this smaller brewer, which they can't challenge you because you've got more money in your pocket. They're not going to,
right?
So you're going to have to force them to go through, rechange everything under their name or whatever,
rebranding everything.
In a time when margins are being stretched thin, and they might not be able to do that. I mean, you could literally be putting this little brewery out of business over some bullshit nobody's going to ever relate back to you on.
Well, that's what the article said, is like they may not even survive the pandemic anyway. So it's like then this on top of it, like they're not going to be able to fight them. They'll just throw $100 million at it and not even think twice about it.
Right.
This brewer's going to be like, I got $10. What do you want? Come on. What am I going to
do? And to me, that kind of put me in a little sour feel about Stone right now. So. But I'll be doing a video on that by this weekend as well, share some more details and information, and you guys will be able to watch it and let me know what you think on it.
I was telling you when I sent that, I'm in a Facebook group. It's called Louisville Beer Snobs, and it's just you get a lot of good tips and inside stuff where you can maybe find things here and there. And every one of them are just pissed. So all week they've been just like a random draw, whatever. You just put your name in there and they'll choose a number. And they're just giving away bottles of Stone Woot Stouts.
Oh, wow.
Like from like 2015, aged ones and stuff. Like they're also pissed off because they're doing that. They're just like, fuck Stone. We're just going to, kind of like Founders, and they said they even brought up Founders. And I'm like, and a lot of them was like, I ain't even had a Founder since all that. It's like, put Stone there, kids, like, fuck them. We're just going to. So they've just been giving away bottles of stuff. All you got to do is just basically just put an entry in, and they do like a randomizer thing. And if a member gets drawn, you just have to meet them somewhere and just pick it up. That's all you got to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I just feel like, man, I'm thinking like casting a stone now. I'm thinking of throwing stones. But it's kind of funny how that works out. But just the whole thing to me is kind of a shitty type move on their part. And, he said, maybe I'll make a beer called Stoned. Alice said, just make a brewery called Fuck Stone Brewing.
There you go.
Oh, man, that just took a big horse shit on my new company, Gallstones Brewery. Dang, how did I see that coming? Stone doesn't have enough good beer to be prima donnas. They make Midland beer for the most part, but it's known for its bitter aftertaste. They are now having to change. Yeah, Stone, and that's the thing with Stone over the years as well. Stone, to me, had become complacent, and I think the thing that kind of caught their attention is kind of when Green Flash ran into issues, when Green Flash kind of saw themselves go down, because they were kind of putting beer out there, but they weren't really doing anything outstanding that kind of made them. It kind of got relaxed. And I think sometimes I look at that way with Boston Beer and Sam Adams, but Sam Adams has so many other different beers they come out with. They kind of catch themselves, and they came out with the seltzers and all that kind of stuff. But I felt like Stone was kind of falling behind, and then they were feeling the heat, and they did start to make some things, to make some change. Like that Woo Stout is actually a pretty good stout they make. That Coca Vase is pretty good. So they make some other decent beers out there now, but not enough to make them like, if you're putting them up against some of the other ones, you're not going to say, for instance, and I wouldn't say like Stone's ahead of Avery at this point. I wouldn't say they were ahead of like Firestone or were ahead of some of the other ones that are out there that are kind of some of the, bigger breweries around their size. Like, I would say like probably Stone has their IPA driven market. And that's really what they kind of do. But at the same point, you have stuff like, say, Bell's, who gives you more of a variety on things that I like versus maybe Stone. So it's kind of like, I don't know. Stone, to me, had kind of been still good, but not great at that point. They're trying to re-switch some stuff up. I don't know. I just feel like for you guys to come out here and do this, trying to hurt some other company, I don't know. I just feel like you're picking on the little guy myself. So,
I mean, outside of the last Woot Stout they put out, which was in 12-ounce bottles, I can't remember the last time I picked up a Stone, to be honest.
Yeah, the last one I got was the Woo Stout. I didn't get any of the Enjoy By over the last year. Coca Vase I may have gotten last winter. The one I really used to love from them was the Mocha Stout, but they stopped making it. The Mocha IPA Stout, whatever it was called, but it was like a mix of an IPA and a Mocha together, which was really good. So Eric is in the house
What's up,
now
Eric?
as well. What's going
He
on,
has the
man?
beer we were talking about.
Hey,
earlier.
hey,
So
hey,
we didn't get to that beer yet, but that's the next one on the docket. So your timing is perfect in that regard.
hey, spoiler alert, tastes exactly like Oberon.
so speaking of that, Eric has the mango Oberon from Bell's. So we're switching from Stone to Bell's. Now I was going to be pretty pumped about this beer because I'm a big Oberon fan, and so one of my shops actually is looking to get it in there and everything. But Eric was able to actually locate some of it already, and he gave us a little bit of a rundown on. I'll let you do a little bit of a rundown here and what your thoughts are on it as well. And funny thing is, I'm seeing other people have the same thoughts that you're kind of having. And then I'm kind of like, oh, so you guys are, is it something where they're trying to make this little bit of a play, kind of repackage the stuff they already had? We'll just maybe put a little bit in there or something. And I don't know. So what are you thinking about the mango Oberon?
Well, the mango Oberon to me is, it just tastes exactly like Oberon. There's no mango flavors. The wheat ale that they kind of used the Oberon, just, I don't want to say it overpowers it. I just don't think they put enough mango in here to give it any kind of flavor. It just tastes to me just like a regular Oberon. You crack one open, you drink that, it's just going to taste like exactly like an Oberon. That's really all I can say. I don't know if they've repackaged it, just put a new label on it, and thinking, hey, we maybe able to get a little bit more money out of it, or I don't think Larry Bell would do that. It kind of seems not in his wheelhouse to do that.
Yeah.
Or any of the brewmasters. I don't think that was their intent. It's just the way that the beer can. Maybe I'm just getting a bad batch of it too. Based on what other people are saying, I would have to say I doubt it, but it just tastes like a regular Oberon to me with very, very, very little mango. Very little.
It's very, very faint on what you're getting.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, almost to the point where you're thinking, am I just drinking an Oberon? That's kind of how it comes across.
Yeah.
And Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I'm just thinking, like, anytime a brewery puts something on it to make it prominent like that, I feel like that flavor should be a dominant type thing. Yeah. I mean, from what Eric is describing, it's kind of like, well, shit, I could have just put a slice of mango in there and been just the same way, you know? Mm-hmm. You know, you expect those to come out. It's kind of like we were talking about the unicorn farts earlier. Again, not that the glitter's a big thing, but if you're going to put a glitter on there, make glitter that actually shows up, right? So if you're going to put like pineapple on something, make sure you get enough pineapple that comes out. And sometimes I feel there's some of these breweries that put it on there, they probably have to satisfy a certain amount, but it doesn't always come through. That's what I always like about Urban Artifact. Because on Urban Artifact, when they put fruit in their stuff, you get the fruit coming through. They put a ton of shit in it that you always have the flavors coming through like you expect. And I think anytime you advertise that stuff, you should be doing the same.
That's what you're expecting. That's what you expected. You know, I saw that. I was like mango. I was like, oh, that's going to be good.
On a summer day, you're like, oh, mango with the Oberon. I'd be cool. I could be the lake. I could be in the grilling. I can be You're like, wait, it's just Oberon. Which Oberon itself isn't a bad beer, as you know. I'm a fan of the Oberon. It's just my anticipation would be to have that mango flavor going through.
Mm-hmm. And I only picked up one bottle of it. I did pick up a bottle of it today just to try it.
Yeah.
I passed on the whole 4-pack, or I think it was 4-pack. Instead, I was like, I'm just going to get a bottle of it, just see. Because everybody's had the same opinion. So I'm like, I don't think I'm going to spend that much, not that much money, but, just get the regular Oberon if that's what it is.
Yeah.
To me, Todd, it just tastes just like the regular Oberon. I mean, I burped up, and maybe there's a little bit of a mango, a little aftertaste. But when you drink the beer, you're not sensing. To me, I'm not sensing any mango. I'm just sensing Oberon, like you normally would.
Because you've been to the brewery, and you've had the mango habanero.
Oh, that one's.
And you got the flavors coming through, so you would think getting this, you would have the mango coming through. So
you're getting the mango, you're getting the habanero in it, you're getting the Oberon, the taste of the Oberon. I mean, it's when you taste it, you're getting spice in that the habanero mango Oberon. It's called Oberon, I think is what it is. I think it's like 9% or 10% or something like that too. So, but you're getting the actual flavors of that beer. This one, you're not getting it at all.
Yeah. So in that regard, it's like, again, it could be a decent beer, but it's disappointing because you had you were set to be here, and now you're here, you're low.
Yeah, I put it at a 2.75 on Untappd. Really, I probably should have gave it lower, but I was like, it tastes like Oberon, so really it's half truthful, but it's not. You're not getting the full thing.
Yeah, but you're not getting what was presented to you, so that definitely is an issue. Let me see here these other comments.
I mean, overall, I think you got like a 3.3, but I gave it a 2.75.
Well, I've seen them getting low numbers out there on Untapped from people, like because the mango wasn't there like they thought it was going to be.
Well, even if it is the same as the Oberon, and maybe you do give an Oberon a 3.75, it should get way lower because you're expecting the mango. Like it's not.
Yeah, the mango delivers.
Oberon, so it shouldn't get the same. It shouldn't be on the same level.
But by the way, Rod, I had some Bush Light apple. I'm going to say it's better than what you expect.
I've heard people actually have been liking it.
It's better than what you expect. When I had it, I'm like, oh God, this is going to be a dream.
Was it like a Natter Day surprise? Like you didn't expect Natter Day to be as good as it actually was compared to what you thought it was going to be?
It's not to the point of you're like, man, this is fucking good. You're not going to be like that. You're just going to be like, no, this is actually not bad. You're going in it with way low expectations, way low.
Yeah, I think Brad. I think he gave it like a 4 or something. I think on
really.
I think.
When you smell it, you're getting the apple, and when you taste it, you're getting the apple. Not big, but it's there.
Yeah. Well, make no doubt about it. I mean, these guys that brew for the macros, they can make craft beer. They got the talent and skill set.
Oh yeah.
They're doing it under what they're supposed to do, but they can put something out there. I will say, like when I had the Bud Nitro, I didn't think the Bud Nitro. I thought it was decent enough for what kind of expected, but not fully there. Like I think I gave like a 3.25 or something, maybe. Whenever it was okay, but it, compared to other Nitro in the craft area, it wasn't there. But as for you still had that Bud feel of it though, so it wasn't a bad thing done either. Yeah. If you're a Bud fan, you could definitely enjoy it. But speaking of the Natter Day, I forgot all about that. So now Budweiser is going the same route with the strawberry lemonade. And it's like, dude, are you guys just putting Natter Days in Budweiser cans now because Natter Day was so good? It says you guys own Natty Light.
Whoever is the marketing person for Anheuser-Busch needs to get a clue. Really?
Yeah.
You're competing against yourself. That's what you're doing. You're competing against yourself.
It's like you put them out here, but now you're going to put in the Budweiser cans, so you'll probably people pay a little bit more when they can have the same thing over here probably for a lot less with the Natter Day. Yeah. Interesting play.
I seen that round. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of a big business type move or something, I guess. But I'm like, dude, why would I want to get that if I can get this? It's kind of like, well, I mean, could it be better? Is it like great value versus Heinz if you were getting ketchup? I don't know. but it's like the Natter Day isn't that bad as it is. So why would I want to maybe do that? Maybe I'll do a side test or something if I do get it at some point. But
Todd, you're on the side now.
You're sideways right now.
Yeah, I'm changing out my earpods or my ears are starting to
let me
a little
see
bit
here.
So I'll be sideways for just a second.
Let me get the comments here. Erie was saying that's what, if anything, I know is not beer related, but a lady trademarked Boy Mom. What was Boy Mom?
What the fuck is Boy Mom?
Chris has said, what about the iced tea company changed their name to Bitcoin Iced Tea and jumping millions in value? I didn't see that about the iced tea company. They probably got really great marketing off the Bitcoin name. Bitcoin, I wonder if they kind of sent them as a cease and desist. Erie, Lady A's a bit different. They were another artist going by Lady A, right? The brewery just had the word Stone in the name, not the exact same name. Exactly, yeah. McDowell's. That's awesome, yeah. So, yeah, it's like McDowell's versus McDonald's.
McDowell's.
They got the Big Mac, we got the Big Mick.
Big Mick.
All right, Triple B, thanks for swinging in for a big good night, my friend. And again, if you guys haven't checked out Triple B, make sure you check him out. He's breaking down some beers over there as well. Not talking about the Lady A stuff. I just think certain things should not be trademarked. Like I said, Lady trademarked the word Boy Mom, so anyone making shirts and stuff on Etsy were getting like, oh, wow. So somebody why was Boy Mom? Like, is that a popular thing for people to try to get? I don't know why anybody would want to have Boy Mom, but the lady trademarked it, yeah. So she kind of locked it down. Yeah, you're right on that. And I'm going to start trademarking the most common sayings and just get rich off of being a douche. It's been known to happen for people to do something. I remember, I think it was Seinfeld had an episode one time, and Kramer had trademarked something for a website, and like the Dallas Cowboys may had to buy it from him or whatever, like because he had it trademarked. Stone isn't ahead of Goose Island or Avery or any Evil Twin for that matter. No, I mean, you look at an Evil Twin. I think Evil Twin's definitely ahead of them. I don't know, Goose Island. I probably would put them in the same ballpark with Goose Island. The thing for Goose Island, that would be the Bourbon County. Actually, for some of their IPAs versus Goose Island, like the Stone IPA against the Goose Island IPA, I think the Stone IPA wins that one without a doubt, but definitely behind Avery. It depends on the overall suite. I mean, Goose Island has stuff like their Sophie and their Matilda that I like what they do, and some of their other different beers and some of their other series. But
I like the 312 wheat ale.
Yeah, 312 is one they have there. That's actually, like, if you're a wheat ale fan, that's not a bad one either. Some people criticize them, saying there's things that change. I don't know. I feel like the beers. Think they have. Yeah. Sometimes I feel like people get psychological when they get like bought or something. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Although I did have someone ask me to check out the Warped Wing. I had done one of their beers years ago. I can't remember when it's offhand, but they thought the formula had changed on it. So I have to go back and check out some of their beers. Oh shit, Big Daddy just popped. He ain't late as hell. The new 12-pack varietal with the Tiki IPA Mexican style lager is good. Haven't seen that one from Goose with the that one there. Although I did have the Tiki from the Breckenridge, which was interesting, and weird beer reviews that was here as well. They actually just did a video on it too. We kind of were on the same thing with it. It was kind of different. It was a pina colada type beer, and if I would have been on the beach, I think I would have liked it a lot more, but it wasn't terrible. It was just kind of that nice slushy type feel to it or whatever, but it was kind of like almost too sweet at certain points. There was a Warming Up the Moment of Truth Series 2 Strong Golden Ale Asian Stratus Winery Cabernet Sauvignon cast for 1 year. Was going to cellar, but the last one was too good. So he's definitely enjoying that one there. And hopefully, are you still on vacation, Gilbert? If you are, hopefully it's going well. You're still enjoying it. All right, Chris says out for the night. Cheers, everyone. Cheers, Chris. Thanks for swinging in again, my friend. And once we can meet again at the office, we'll definitely go to lunch and hang out and do some stuff. This is like summer camp for the bad boys. Yeah. Oh, camp counselor. No. Oh, and not good enough to drink. Yeah, so Gilbert's knocking that one out. But
is Vanessa in the house here? Or did she?
No, she's not. She's been in tonight. No,
because I was hoping that she was on so I could show her the beers I was going to send her. I got to.
Did you get them all here already?
Yeah, I got. Well, I haven't sent them yet. I still got them here.
Which ones did you have there?
I'll be right back.
You don't want to spoil it for her.
Oh, yeah, she's not in the comments, all right?
She's not here. No.
Okay. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, hope everything's all right with her. She's always one on.
Yeah, she's fine. She was on earlier when I was over on JV.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So she might be just doing some stuff there. Or she might be another stream. Thursday nights become a popular night. There's a lot of streams taking place. So
yeah, let's do that.
I've seen that.
So now these are all high alcohol beers that she's going to get. So along with the Dragon's Milk one that we both like, that tastes like a snow ride. She's going to get this one.
Oh, let me pull up your thing here. That's a good
Expedition Stout, barrel aged.
Oh yeah, baby.
Are you still seeing those?
Oh yeah, there's like
we can still find some here too. Yeah.
So she's gonna get this one.
Oh yeah.
That's the first one, and the next one she's gonna get the bourbon barrel aged Saugatuck Neapolitan Stout.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah.
Haven't had the barrel aged one.
Did you get the variety pack to get that, or did you get it?
No, but I can still get it though.
Okay, they got a 4-packs now. Okay, yeah, I got mine in the variety pack.
And the next one here, she's going to get a local beer, which is just right up the road from me. She's going to get the Velvet Villain Imperial Porter.
Nice.
8.2%.
Nice.
And the next one she's going to get here is a good one that you guys have had before.
Oh yeah, Scotty Karate. Nice. I didn't know they were starting can in there too. I always had it in a bottle with that one.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. since Rope Brewing out of Detroit's taken them over, they've came back. So
okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys realize that Rope Brewing.
No, I didn't realize that. No.
Yep.
Are they keeping the name though?
They're keeping the name.
Okay.
Yep.
Huh.
And I think you guys have had this one before. I think I sent this.
Tiramisu Stout.
I've had it.
That one.
I had it. You didn't send that one, but I had it at the brewery they have in Indianapolis.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Nice.
All right. Which I'd like to get down there and go to that one time.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
Last but not least, it's another Lansing Brewing Company. This one's the Black Magic, and comes in at 12%.
Damn.
That
Hooking her up.
Moment. Yeah. Night, Vanessa. You're going to go night.
No kidding.
So
Nice.
I think
Erie said that looks amazing.
maybe does this one look amazing here?
That one is pretty good.
So is that one as good as the regular, just a base?
For
one?
me, I would say
I think it's a step down from it because
Okay.
having the bourbon.
Yeah.
The Neapolitan, the regular Neapolitan is out of this world.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, I was gonna say that's the same thing. It's like it's like a step down because you don't get the flavors as pronounced as you do on the base version.
I would say the Neapolitan for me and that beer is one of the few beers that does and tastes what it says it is. Like you get, like when you're drinking it, you get like for a moment you get like chocolate, then you get the vanilla and you get the strawberry, and it's like, holy shit! It's just like a Neapolitan ice cream in a glass. Like you get the whole little bit of whatever spoonful you got. That's what it is.
It's an ice cream bar for adults.
Yeah, and I mean it's crazy, but it's really good. And I had Shannon try, and she's like, "Oh my god!" She's like, "I could taste all three flavors." I'm like, "Yeah, it's like it's crazy. Like it doesn't like I don't know how they do it, but it's almost like it releases at certain points. It's like you just get It's not like a meld of them all. It's just like one, and it's like boom, there it is. Like,
well, I'm glad you actually shared that one because Emerson asked this question earlier, and I would say that's another beer that hit me on the flavors I wasn't expecting. It was the Neapolitan from Saginaw with the vanilla, the ice cream, and the chocolate, the strawberry, all that coming through.
Yeah, and I never even thought of that one either. But yeah, flavor wise, for sure, that one has to be.
That's one of the beers you're like
One of
when
the
I
top
drank
ones.
it. When I drank it, I was thinking in my head, like, how did you do that? Like, it was just like, every time you taste it, like, how are you getting this all going on like this? So, yeah, that one did blow my mind. Yeah.
Like I said, I think the bourbon barrel aged one takes it down a notch, but the Neapolitan is it's one of those beers where you're just like, wow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get that gift. I'm gonna have to get that gift set. They're still around, and plus you get a glass in it.
You get a glass.
I think you get it for like $22 or something, maybe.
Yeah, something like that at Jungle Gyms. I think it was like 20 or something.
I don't know.
Yeah, I forgot. Erie said her mouth still hurting for. Yeah, she's got that tooth thing that she's getting done here in August. So, but yeah, by the time she gets done, she'll rest. She'll be looking forward to those. Eric said Monday was the first day back. I saved days for August and February. There you go. Break it up. I still got a ton of time I got to take for work time off.
Erie, what are you saying? Where her mouth's still hurting? What?
She has a tooth pain. Oh, you don't know. You weren't here before last week or whatever, but she has like a toothache.
Okay.
Like one of her teeth.
It's been going on for a while, I think, hasn't it? Didn't she?
Yeah, she's got prescription pain medicine to deal with right now, but they got to go to the dentist, but they couldn't get her into August. I think she has to either get it removed or maybe capped or whatever it's going to do. But yeah, so that's been bothering her there. Emerson says, I don't ask for much, but I will ask for this. A domestic beer power hour aired live. Let's get this done before the holidays. So what do you mean for domestic? What do you mean domestic? Just domestic beers? Like you want us to do just like Bud and Miller, Hams?
Yeah, we got to have rules here, Emerson, okay? We got to have rules.
Because we're actually overdue to do a malt liquor show at some point, I think.
Todd's like, nope, not doing it.
I knew that was coming. I knew it.
Every time you bring that, Todd's usually like, are we?
Are you being
Todd's
serious?
like, nope. No,
Are you serious? Are you serious, Clark?
Like who's this weak Kimasabi?
Maybe we can wait.
Got a mouse in your pocket?
Maybe we can wait till December for the malt liquor show. Maybe.
I'll do malt liquor. I don't care.
I mean, we can do a domestic show at some point. We can. I don't think we've ever done like a domestic beer flow
I don't
show.
think we have either.
Yeah, we could do something like a domestic special, just like I don't know what.
Be a short night.
Yeah, we just. I'm trying to think. I don't have any domestic beers really in the house right now. I had to get some, but I can definitely do that. P stock night, bro. What is P stock? Private stock?
P stock night.
Oh, private stock was an old school beer, I think. I think I remember that from high school. Let me see. I think that might be a malt. I remember that name now that Gilbert said that.
I do malt liquors, just not Four Loko.
Yeah, I agree, Todd. Don't do Four Loko, man.
No, yeah, you don't want to do that again.
Yeah, I went overboard that night on that one.
Yes, P stock is private stock beer. I remember having that in high school. It was in the green bottles. Yeah, that was. Ooh, I don't even know if we can get that in the States anymore. That was old school. That's like way back. Like we were in the 80s drinking that. Power hour, shot every minute for an hour. Oh, made a domestic beer beforehand. Well, it's only a shot of beer, so you're not doing everything. Well, 60 shots of beer? Why not just chug a beer?
Right. What's an actual shot? 1 ounce? Is that what it is?
Yeah. Gilbert or 1.5 ounce. Gilbert's actually sipping on private stock right now. That's old school. Maybe a seasonal beer. Well, give us a couple weeks of pumpkin beers will be out. So
yeah, some of them are already. Well, they're brewing them right now. Well,
I told Todd we got one of our breweries about to release Oktoberfest beer already.
Oh,
and
wow.
I teased them like, but Oktoberfest before pumpkin, I'm so confused. And they respond with, hey, we don't brew pumpkin beer. So a couple people responded on the thread, please brew pumpkin beer. I love pumpkin beer. I know you guys do a good job, but not everybody wants to brew pumpkin beer.
I can still get Warlock way back year round almost. It's still out the shelf.
Yeah, they put so much of it out when it came out.
Shit, I think you still get some from 2018.
Yeah,
the whole with that ABV and Warlock.
Yeah.
I like it better than Pumpkin because I'm more of a stout fan in that regard. But both of them are pretty decent.
Now for a pumpkin beer, I will buy a 22 ouncer of that. I'm not going to get like a 6-pack.
They need to bottle them both together and make it one beer, like an extra special beer.
Like a cuvee.
Cuvee them together and make it as a separate beer.
Yeah.
Because even you said those together was really good, right?
Oh, but I was pretty shit-faced when I did it, Dad.
Yeah, but no, it really is, though. It actually is.
Yeah.
If anybody remembers that video.
That was a great video. The PSA was awesome. P-Stock is going Biggie lyric. I don't remember that one there, but I believe you, Gilbert. Gilbert knows the music. But but private stock back in high school, we'd actually used to have that back in the day as well. But yeah, it'll be interesting. I don't know if the Bud got released yet, but the fact that I saw that, I was like, this is ridiculous. So, but as far as like some of the beer news, I think that was a lot of the beer news. We already covered a lot of that stuff there. And anything else, Eric, since you got in a little later?
No, nothing really. I've just been. Actually, I haven't really been putting any videos up or anything. I've been watching my niece play softball and just kind of doing stuff around the house. And I only put one video since I've been back. Well, one video in 2 weeks. So what does that tell you?
Yeah.
I was on vacation last week, and then I came back, did one Monday, and I haven't done one since.
Yes. So how'd that go with your dad that week?
It was awesome. We went to Mackinac City, and then we went to St. Ignace, which is you cross the bridge, you're up to St. Ignace, and we went along US 2 because US 2 starts at the bridge and it kind of continues on. We went to Escanaba, we went to which I forgot to went to Upper. I think it's called Upper Hand Brewing. It's a Northern Michigan or UP type of beer that I don't know if it's one of Larry Bell's cousins or if a relation or something. he has that one up there, up in Escanaba, and I forgot about going to that one. So we didn't go there. Then we went kind of up to Houghton and Hancock, where Michigan Tech University is. And then we went up to Copper Harbor, which is just a little fishing town. And then we kind of came back around the Lake Superior shoreline. And then we went to the Sioux Locks and Sault Ste. Marie. And then we kind of came right back down and went right back across the bridge. Went to Keweenaw Brewing Company. I went there. I'm sure you guys see my post on that. So
Yeah.
I got a T-shirt and I got a sweatshirt. And I really didn't have much other trinkets other than the little the can opener thing.
That's the thing. When you're over there, I was thinking you could probably put it up there on the wall.
Yeah, I'll be right back. Let me grab it.
I got it.
So I got this.
Yeah, I'd put that on your wall right there next to your calendar.
There. Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know if I should put it here or if I should stick it kind of back here or.
I would put it next to it or under the calendar so it can be in your background a little bit.
I'd put it to the left of it, at least to the left for us.
Like right, the left of this?
Yeah.
I mean, it's small enough to
No, the other side. No, the other side.
Go to the under the calendar. Yeah. Like down, like to the middle underneath
like
the
right
calendar.
Here?
Like a
Yeah,
little
somewhere
more
there where you can
like right
see
there
it a little bit. Yeah, that'd be good.
Something like that would be good.
Right around there somewhere?
Yeah. Probably space it up a little bit more, get a little green on the top and the bottom, man.
Yeah, right around there somewhere.
Yeah, and you can put that right there. It's pretty cool.
But that's the only other kind of trinket I got. I mean, other than this hat, which I bought at. Oh, we went to Tequanamon Falls, which I don't know how many people here are familiar with Michigan landmarks and stuff like that.
Some of those pictures and stuff you took where they were awesome. It was nice.
Yeah, definitely peaceful.
So we went to Tequanamon Falls, and they got a brewery up there, and I go, the brewery's open at 10 a.m. I'm thinking about going and having a beer because I'm on vacation. Who gives a shit if
Why not? Hell yeah.
10 in the morning.
Hell yeah.
But the governor here said if your beer sales are more than 70%, you got to shut down. Well, what does a brewery have? And the brewery only 70%, more than 70% of their.
Yeah.
So that was closed down. I couldn't go in there.
That sucks.
Yeah, I was going to ask how it was going to some of the breweries and what the thought was because your governor is one of the more tighter governors in the country.
But Keweenaw was open and I was able to get a beer there, and they don't have any. So I don't know what the rules are. I guess is what it is.
I wonder if the other one shut down. I wonder if the other one shut down because maybe they were hurting on business and stuff, and it was just
that could.
Some places are closing because they can't keep enough to get it open. If they open it, it kind of hurts them.
Yeah, that could.
Yeah,
be.
yeah. That's
so was it just you and your dad, Eric?
Yeah, just me and my dad. Yep.
Nice. That's awesome.
So when you went to the other breweries, what was it like? Were there other people that were there and like
you just walked
split out? Yeah. Like everybody was like kind of separated and tables and stuff.
Walk in with a mask as long as you're. If you're getting up, you got to wear a mask. As long as you're sitting at your table, you don't have to have it on.
Yeah.
So like if you got to get up, go to the bathroom, you got to put a mask on.
Yeah.
Come back to your table, you take the mask off.
Yeah, anytime you're like not distance or whatever, that's how it is here. You got to put a mask on. They just went to the mandate at 6:00 in Ohio today. So
yeah, I seen that. Yep.
Yeah, it'll be interesting because I think ours went to a mandate since the last one I went to Kroger because there were some people that didn't have it at Kroger. So it'll be interesting if I go to Kroger this weekend and see what people are doing.
Not sure if ours starts Monday or if it starts tomorrow.
I thought it would start next week or something in Indiana.
Yeah, I think it's Monday.
Yeah.
Coming up.
Like, get it out of your system. Run around now because come Monday, you got to have a mask on.
I wear mine anyway. So
no, but it's just so funny when you tell people.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, my buddy calls me. He's out in Wyoming, and he calls me. I'm like, so what are you doing? He's like, I got to go to Walmart and wear my fucking mask into Walmart here because they got, Walmart has their all their stores you have to wear a mask on.
Yeah.
He says our governor still hasn't put a mask in place yet up until Monday. He goes, I said, well, if you got to wear a mask and you don't want to wear it and it's not mandated to have it till Monday, just go to somewhere else. He goes, they got the cheaper stuff there. I'm like, well, then wear your fucking mask.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Quit bitching. Wear your mask.
like, here's your options.
Yeah.
Right.
I have that same argument with my brother-in-law, Shannon's brother. Like, I'm not wearing a mask going here and there, blah, blah, blah. I got to wear one at work all day. I'm not going to this store. I was like, well, don't go there then.
Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah.
Everything is like some of the stores will deliver to you now. So,
like, they're not going to make me do that. I'm like, whatever.
Gilbert says, stick to your forehead. Talking about this. Aries, right? Aries says, sounds like you have fun. He definitely had a good time and good time to spend with his pops as he went around and stuff. So, yeah.
I don't know if Alan's going to be there, Gary, but I did have a good time.
Foamy Head is now having a ridiculous peanut butter and chocolate Russian Imperial Stout from Saloon Door Brewing. Cheers.
Ooh.
I would like that one, I think. I gotta pick up some more of those. Yeah, how is it there, Foamy? Because I'm seeing more of the peanut butter. I mean, I just had a peanut butter beer. That one, I don't know if you saw it at the Taps when I did. The peanut butter mocha pie stout. Oh, fucking dessert in a glass.
What's your feel, since you brought peanut butter up, what's your feel on most peanut butter beers? Do you feel like you get the true like peanut butter out of it? Or does it taste generic, artificial to you most of the time?
It depends. Some of them have more of an artificial taste that I've come across, but some do feel different. Like the one I had there with that pie one was really good. But I've had some, like I like the Sweet Baby Jesus. I thought it was pretty good. But I've had some other peanut butter ones that you kind of get that artificial type feel of the peanut butter from the stuff that was done. It's like because you can actually, like I've made beer where I've used peanut butter like flavor before, and there's liquid you can put into it versus actually brewing with peanut butter. And I think that comes through in a difference. So,
wasn't there like a peanut butter powdered whey or whatever they call it? Like I thought that's what most of them were using, was like the powder.
Some may be using that.
Brewers peanut butter.
Brewer's Best uses a peanut butter flavored liquid that you could put into it, but some use the whey. Some actually use, I think, some of the peanut butter and some of the stuff that they do. So depends on how that brewery is set up.
Yeah, I mean they're always hit and miss for me. That's why I was asking, because some are really good and some are just like it's like some of the kind of taste fake.
It's like some of the pastry stouts. Some of those are the same way. Like some of those are like don't come through. They got some you get like over sweet. Like some are too sweet. Like you know, you can only go like half a glass, you're ready to pour it out or whatever. And some are just nice and subtle, go all the way through.
I tell you, one of the better ones I've had is from Hop and Frog. I can't remember the name
Frog
of it.
does some good beers.
Hop and Frog does
they make a really good peanut butter stout. I can't remember what the name of it is, but it's really good. And that's one of the ones that truly tastes like they melted a Reese's cup or something in it and brewed with it or something.
Yeah, the one that I had this week was like I mentioned in it was like kind of one of those. I don't know if you ever had it in the restaurants, but they had this Reese's pie you can get at places where it's Reese's with like chocolate, it's like a pie to get, and it tasted just like that in the glass. It was just like a freaking dessert type thing, you know. What were you going to say, Eric?
I was going to say a little bit off topic, sports related. Can you tell the Cincinnati Reds to quit fucking shitting on the Tigers? All right, I want to see them win one time. I want to see them win.
They start tomorrow, right? So I mean, they do an exhibition against each other. Yeah.
I'm like, I was looking at my phone and I'm like, God damn, the Tigers are up on the Reds. And then I looked again. They got this one. It's like 6-1. No, 8-6 was the final. I'm like, you fucking bastard.
I would tell you, the Reds spent some money this year. That's why everybody's kind of.
And they should.
Yeah. And
it's
for
funny that you said that.
60-game season, they could have a good shot without screwing stuff up before, versus a 162-game season.
It's funny you say that. One of my best friends, he messaged me today. Well, of course, we're both big Red fans, and he's like, he lives up in South Dakota now. He said, "Is it weird that I have this weird feeling that the Reds are going to win it all and win the World Series?" He's like, "What else could go wrong? It's 2020. Why would that not make sense?" I'm like, very true. I was like, they haven't won one since 1990, so why not? I mean, it could.
They win it on an asterisk year. They'll put an asterisk next to 2020.
Yeah, he's like, why not? That would be everybody would remember that. Like, who won the World Series in the pandemic? The Cincinnati Reds. Why not? Of course.
Oh, they won it because the pandemic is going to. Hey, the World Series is the World Series.
That's right. I said, I hope you're right. Who cares if it's only 60 games?
Well, the second game is on now. It's the Dodgers and the Giants, and The Giants are up on the Dodgers 1-0.
Yeah, I see it.
Where's that?
It regionalized. I see that.
Where's that at? Is that in LA?
They're in LA on this one.
Is there any?
Yeah.
Do you see any like cardboard cutouts or anything? In
Yeah, they have
the
cutouts
stands?
behind home and everything like that. Just cutouts
Okay,
of
'cause-
people. Yeah.
I was talking about that, I think, last week on the show, and I heard that on the radio station where they were selling seats where you could buy a cardboard cutout with your face put on there.
Why?
Just
to give you a feel of people being it, because they're piping
Yeah,
in sounds.
yeah.
They're piping in sounds from bars and stuff like that in the stadiums.
oh, is that what they're doing?
Crowd-wise,
all right.
yeah.
So the deal was they were saying this radio crew in the morning, they were like, okay, let's just go in and buy like a random 4-seat thing. They were anywhere from like $89 for like the cheaper seats. If you wanted your seat to be right behind home plate, it was like $275 or something.
Yeah.
They never did. They weren't sure if that was for the whole season or just for per game. Surely
Yeah.
that would be for the whole season.
Just
I don't know.
Just
though.
a
I don't
cardboard
know
cutout. It should be.
And then
Right.
they gave you the option at the end of the year. You had to pay for it if you wanted them to send it to you. Like, wasn't the $200 enough? You now got to pay another $80 for you to ship it to me.
Oh, they'll screw you at the stadium.
Oh hell yeah!
For it, yeah.
For sure.
Emerson said he drank a 6-pack of Swiss the next day at Florida so loud I set up alarms. We don't have a mandate yet. However, most stores, most of the stores, like if you're a Walmart or like say Kroger here, national chains, some of them are putting mandates in.
Yeah.
Hey, Erie, do you got a controller and a headset working yet?
No, she has one. I'll
She
buy it for
has,
next day. Yeah. And Foamy said it's very good. It tastes like chocolate, peanut butter, Captain Crunch.
Ooh.
I'd be sold on that. I'd be sold.
Mhm.
So here's a question. So as a kid, what was your favorite cereal?
No, I'm an
And speaking of Captain Crunch, were you one of the kids where you would eat so much of it start scraping the roof of your mouth?
I've had that happen.
I've heard of people doing that.
For me, I always like Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loops.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
But I always liked it. I always liked it early and try to eat it before it got soggy. I always liked
Before it
it
got soggy.
crunchy. Yeah. Once it got soggy, I didn't care much for it. It's like I wanted it when it was crispy.
I'm an oatmeal eater, so I eat like instant Quaker oatmeal. But for a cold cereal, I actually like cornflakes.
As a kid, you liked cornflakes?
Yeah,
Even that was your favorite?
yeah,
As a kid?
yeah.
Not Frosted Flakes, not...
I didn't like that sugary bullshit, man.
Well, okay.
It was
It's the cornflakes, huh?
I mean, really, it was to the point I'm like, Mom, I can't eat this. That's what I told her, Mom, I can't eat this.
Wow.
And I had actually how I found out was over at a friend's place. They go, "Oh, all we got's not Frosted Flakes. Oh, we got cornflakes." I'm like, "That's fine. I'll eat cornflakes." And I was like, "Damn, this is pretty good." And I asked my mom, like, "Can we get cornflakes?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'll buy cornflakes."
Did you like Wheaties? Did you like Wheaties as well?
No, I did not.
Okay.
But cornflakes, man, I can go to town on cornflakes.
Yeah. I think the one that sticks out for me the most when I was a kid was I used to be a big fan of Fruity Pebbles. So
See, that was too sugary for me too.
I like Fruity Pebbles too, though. I
yeah,
really like that. But
I used to watch the Flintstones
I like
too,
Fruity
so I
Loops
probably
better,
played
though.
into it as well.
Yeah.
I like Fruity
I'm
Pebbles. I like Rice Krispies as well at times.
Do they still make Wheaties?
Yeah, they still make Wheaties. Yeah.
I'm surprised they haven't come out with a new box of Wheaties with like Caitlyn Jenner on the box instead of Bruce.
You had to go there.
God. Come on, man.
You know that'd be great. How would that be great? Be like a side by side, Bruce and Caitlyn on the same box.
Running against each other too.
I almost spit beer out of that one. Yeah,
I heard you. I heard you.
God, come on, Todd.
Oh man! In the area, I said to the headphones, I do so I can cuss all night and be heard. There you go. Yeah, because we told her little blurbs were hilarious last time. Yeah, when it did come through. But I didn't like Apple Jacks as much, although I would eat it in a crunch. But Captain Crunch was another one I like. I mean, even in college, our freshman year in college in our dorm, you go for meals. You always had whatever they're serving on the hot meals, and you had the lunch stuff. But cereal was always out. So sometimes at dinner, you were just eating Captain Crunch or Crunch Berries. You were just like a few bowls of that, you were good to go.
I always liked Apple Jacks better just like straight out of the box as a snack.
Really?
Not put it, not eat it with milk.
I snack on that at times as well. But the Fruit Loops, the soggy thing, I was kind of the same way sometimes. So I think it was good. You don't want to. You're trying to eat it before it got too soggy on stuff. Cheerios, once in a while. Cheerios. Although I felt like that was like a healthy choice.
I like the Honey Nut Cheerios. I like it actually better.
Oh,
than
when
the
that came out,
Cheerios.
that changed the game when the Honey Nut Cheerios came out.
Yeah,
Like when that, then you're like, yeah, all right, I'll eat those.
And Cheerios, regular Cheerios, like eating a cardboard box with milk on it.
For a while, I'd eat Life. Because Mikey liked it, so you needed Mikey like it.
If Mikey liked it,
if Mikey
everybody.
liked it, let's give it a try, right?
I don't think I've ever had Life, to be honest with you.
It was
I don't
good.
think I have either.
Gilbert said the Cinnamon Toast Crunch during the
Cinnamon
summer
Toast
and Maple
Crunch,
and
alright.
Raisin Quakers Instant during the winter. I was never a big Raisins fan. I'm still not a big Raisins fan. But I would eat some oatmeal. And Foamy said it's 11.3 ABV on that beer, too.
Ooh.
So nice. Well, you missed the one I drank earlier, Eric. It was 16 to start out. So
What one was that?
that was
an oops.
actually, it's not too far from you, kind of, because it's Moody Tongue out of Chicago, Illinois. Bourbon barrel aged gingerbread imperial stout. So I thought it was another beer that I had.
It's out of Chicago?
Out of Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
I had a few of them, and I was like, oh, I got another one of these left. I'll drink that tonight. No, this is the only one I had. I was going to do a review on it. So no review, but it happens. I felt like
he poured it, and he's like, "Oh shit!" Started reading the bottle. He's like,
All
"Shit."
I gotta say is if you go to Chicago, if you're in Chicago, go to Lagunitas. You think you're going to a strip club, but when you go through and all the neon purple lights there.
You wait for the music to kick in, like, oh, who's on stage tonight? Yeah.
I'm like, am I actually in a brew pub or am I in a strip club? I'm saying a brew. Maybe have a brew club, strip club. I mean, yeah.
Well, there's a drive-through strip club now that I've seen.
What?
That was kind of weird. Yeah, there's a strip club. I think it might be Tennessee or whatever, but they got to get drive-through because you can't go with social distancing. So you got the girls.
What are you gonna do? Honker horn?
Yeah, really.
They dance outside under like the awning or whatever and stuff as you come into the drive-through part.
It's the true meaning of put them on the glass.
Good one, guys.
And he said like in the driveway, there's like dollars on the ground and stuff too, because you can't give them to them, so you can throw the dollars out the window. So the things women will do for a buck nowadays, I tell you. But I've done that area as well. Cornflakes with sugar on them. Like I have frosted flakes like cornflakes. I sprinkle sugar on cornflakes, give it a little bit of a kick.
Oh yeah,
yeah. What about sugar smacks?
Oh,
Dig them with the little frog. You never liked those?
I don't know that. Yeah, I've had them because I used to get them in like the small,
the little variety box, right?
Packs.
Some of the variety,
yeah.
I never bought the whole box, but be part of the variety. Like,
right? Yeah, exactly.
Oh damn, I'm down to the sugar snacks.
It was always the last one too. That or the Raisin Bran. It was always the last two.
That and the Raisin Bran.
I will agree with Gilbert. Cinnamon Toast Crunch for me was actually it was another one I would eat.
Yeah. You said love them with the cornflakes with the sugar. Also, yeah, Golden Grams. That's another one, 80 cereal. Golden Grams is another one I liked as well.
Grams, yeah.
Golden Grams was good. I never did the frosted mini wheat until later on in life. I did the frosty mini wheat. That's the one that had like the sugar on one side and the grain on the other.
Yeah. I never really ate those either.
Never was big into like the Count Chocula and the Frankenberry and the Blueberry stuff. Honeycombs. Oh, good call. There you go.
Honeycombs,
that was a good one. We used to always like the honeycombs. Life was a lot easier. We just had to pick out your cereal for the day.
Right. No kidding.
Some people say that the generic brand or the store brand, the variants of it are actually better than the actual store.
Might be cheaper. I know there was like parents that would like pour the generic stuff into the regular box. I've seen people do that before.
What's it called? Like Multio or Multo or something like
that?
that?
Somebody actually said that. Like, dude, this is better than the actual brand.
Yeah.
I think there's a I saw something. I don't know if it was on Food Network or something. They did like a 30-minute or like a documentary type thing on it, and it's like the largest. It is like the largest producing cereal company out there.
Probably Post.
Or top grossing.
Probably
cereal
Post.
company.
Post
Yeah.
or Kellogg's, I would guess.
Yeah.
No, it's that Malteo, the generic version.
Malteo?
Yeah, it's like the highest grossing cereal.
Well, I mean, it's cheap, so probably when you look at the economies and stuff, probably.
And I agree, though. Some of that's just as good. I never see anything wrong with any of the generic stuff. Some of it, most of it's pretty decent.
Yeah, if you ever want to see like a history type thing, like History Channel, I think it's History Channel has the Foods That Made America series, and when they talk about the cereal wars, I mean, it was cutthroat as can be. I mean, they went after each other hardcore to shut people down and stuff. Yeah.
There's so many of them out there.
Yeah, I was looking through some of the different lists of some of the cereal. I mean, some of these I never heard of.
What about the what was the ones with the it was like miniature chocolate chip cookies?
Those were
Cookie Crisp.
Cookie Crisp.
Yeah,
Cookie Crisp. Yeah, I remember those.
I like those. Those were pretty good.
Corn Pops. That was another one I liked with the Corn Pops. And they got us early on with the corn syrup in those.
Yeah. That's where it all began.
Yes, where it all began. So, get them hooked young. Get them on that crack.
Was the Sugar Smack or the corn? Which one was it that had the little
Diggle
frog?
That was the Sugar Smacks.
The Sugar Smacks, okay.
Yeah. He always say Diggle or whatever.
Count Dracula cereal, all that.
Yeah.
General Mills.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was a ton of cereals out there for sure. I mean, from some of the old school and the ones you actually have now, I'm just like going through the list. I forgot that 1987, they had the ice cream cones. I forgot about that one, but they were like little ice cream cones. Yeah, it lasted for like a year, and it came back like in 2000 something for like a 1 year. It's kind of like Zima. It came back for an appearance.
Made it come back briefly.
Then they canceled it again.
I did always like Lucky Charms too, though. I did like Lucky Charms.
Yeah. And then what does he have on here? Krusty O's. Never heard that's what got from The Simpsons. I never saw that one. I was too old for that at that point. Lucky Charms. Lucky Charms has always been a favorite, though. I still like Lucky Charms.
Yeah.
I got a question for you guys. Keeping it kind of beer related here. Do they make actually make Duff beer?
Somebody makes a Duff beer.
I thought someone makes it in St. Louis or something. I thought.
Is it St. Louis?
I think it's out of St. Louis. I thought someone had done something.
Yeah, somebody did a Duff beer. I think because of The Simpsons or whatever.
Oh, Teddy Grahams. I forgot about those. Man, look at some of these cereal things. They're just like a walking through a time machine. It's like, nostalgia. Wow. Man, they take you back for sure. Speaking of time machine, so I was going through YouTube the other day. They're making Bill and Ted 3. Did you guys know that?
Mm-mm.
I heard
Bill
something
and Ted's
about
Adventures.
that. Yeah.
So the second trailer is actually out. It's pretty interesting because it's like they're older now. I mean, there's still Keanu and the other guy that are doing it, but like they have kids and stuff. But they get called in for a special mission from one of the things from before they have met in the past or whatever. And nobody believes they've actually traveled through time, like because they're older adults now. Like they're in front of some of the psychologists and all this kind of stuff, and then finally people see this thing actually show up. Like, oh, they're not lying, you know. Like, but it looked kind of interesting. I don't know if I wouldn't go to a movie probably to see it. Of course, I don't go to movies for very much anyway, but I'd probably check it out just because it was pretty funny with the Bill and Ted's Adventures.
Oh, if there's ever any movies to be around after all this.
Yeah. They still got them. They got new stuff on Netflix. Everybody's talking about that Charlize Theron movie on Netflix. I haven't watched it yet. But
I mean actually theater.
Oh, well, you know, there's the thing, like, so things happen, like, during the course of time that reinvent other stuff. So now we've got the drive-ins popping back up. Like, they're going to be doing concerts at drive-ins, and people have the video in their car they can use. They're going to have all other stuff. So now we may have a reemergence of the drive-ins popping up and people going to the actual theater now.
Speaking of that, right? I'm glad you brought that up. I saw something today on one of our local news channels said they're opening up a I don't know if it's on the river type drive-in thing where you just float on the river. I think it's the river.
Here, where we're at, Northern Kentucky?
Yeah. It said it's in Cincinnati. Yeah. I assume it was on the river, but I didn't really look at the article that close, so I have to go back and try to find it and see what it says. I'll have to send that to you. But it looked like it was just a bunch of floats and like a great big screen, kind of like a drive-in, but you're just on a float. Like
that would be a pretty good size bar,
yeah.
I would think. Yeah.
So I don't know if it was like just in the river or they've got like a lake or something for that. I'm not sure. I have to look it up. If I find it again, I'll send it to you. That'd be kind of cool, though.
Yeah, that'd be kind of a cool, unique idea. I wonder if there's something there you can have a meal, like they have a restaurant or something like that there too, and kind of like a dinner and a movie type thing.
I know we have a place here local. Like there's one of the lakes every year they'll do before it starts getting cold. They do like a Jaws thing, and it's out in the middle of the water, so you can watch Jaws while you're floating in the water.
Yeah.
And they always do it every single year. That'd be kind of cool.
Jaws was the first movie that ever freaked me out as a kid, too. But Gilbert said Sugar Crisp was horrible. My mother was right. Cinnamon Toast Crunch ruled. My spelling sucks. Whatever. Cinnamon Toast Crunch was pretty good, too. Yeah. Those Quakers oatmeal warm you up something nice. Yeah, in the winter. And French Toast Crunch.
Yeah, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, that's another one I could just eat. Just kind of out of the box. Without milk or anything.
Yeah, like you just go ahead and just start crunching away on it.
Mm-hmm.
But some interesting cereal from back in the day. But let's see, it's 11:26 right now. I guess we'll go ahead and get ready to wrap this baby down. Eric, you got anything upcoming on your channel or?
I'm going to try to start getting back into the sports stuff because of the Tigers and all that. I'm sure you guys know if you watch my videos. I'm a big Detroit Tigers fan, baseball, Major League Baseball fan. So I'm going to be doing that. Going to be doing some NFL stuff, maybe some NFL or NHL and NBA stuff, which that's kind of few and far between. But with all this COVID stuff going on, there may be stuff going on. I really want to get back into, and I don't know if you guys seen the video of me watching, getting up real early in the morning, not just because I did it, because there was a loud car going by, but I got up real early in the morning, flipped on the television, and watched like rugby.
Yeah, New Zealand, yeah.
Yeah, and I got like 500 views on that. For an American watching them, they're like, dude, the people are like, you need to kind of do this some more. And I'm like, well, if I could find the actual games, reran the games, right. I would do it, but I can't find it. I can't find it anywhere. Not on the internet, not on ESPN, won't redo them and all that. So it's kind of hard to do that. So it's going to be doing that. What
did you name your video for that one?
I think I said, goodness what? Oh, I watched something and there's fans in the stands. It's kind of what I put it as. I can't remember the actual title, but it got like 500 views.
Yeah, like something like American tries to understand rugby or something.
Yeah, American tries to understand New Zealand rugby. That's what I really should have put. But yeah, I got like. Go ahead.
No, I said no. Rugby has some intense action and stuff. It's just getting the scoring down. It's a big thing.
I will say this: Australian rules football. That's fast paced, real fast paced.
Yeah.
So going to be doing that and some beer review stuff. I'm going to do the Day Blazer, which I've got in the fridge. This is my last.
Oh yeah, you got to go to 12-pack of it, right?
Yeah, 15-pack.
15-pack. Day Blazer is a good one, especially for the summer.
Yeah, it's got like real, not very hoppy at all. It's just kind of more or less like an ale, like easy drinking ale, like kind of how it says. So I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to start, like I said, start getting back into the sports stuff, all that sort of stuff. So that's going to be coming up on my channel. So that's pretty much it.
Cool. Night to you as well, Gilbert. Stay safe, my friend. And
Eric.
Yeah, as we close out, you know what time it is. So.
It's time for the motherfucking A.
He's here in time to get it done.
All right,
People asked
guys.
us to do it last week, and I'm like, we're not doing it without Eric. Just don't drink and drive.
You didn't.
Eric,
You guys didn't do
your ass.
you guys didn't do the PSA last
We
week.
can't do you justice.
Sort of. We did like 5% of it.
I'm gonna watch it all the way to the end. I'm gonna watch it and see. And if you guys didn't do it, I'm gonna give you guys shit. Okay.
Well, we didn't, but we saved you some time. We did little snippets of it, but we didn't do it any justice. We didn't do it any justice.
All right, guys. If you had too much to drink, please get a designated driver. Because if you know my spiel by now, I always say it every time on this show and in my own videos, my own beer videos. It's stupid to drive home drunk, guys. Because if you do, you're going to get pulled over by the cops. They're going to make you do that stupid ass sobriety test, and you get a free ride to jail. Then you're going to have court fees and impossible prison time. And then if you kill somebody, you're going to be in the slammer for a long, long time. And if you kill yourself, all you've done is hurt your family and friends and put yourself 16 under. Okay. Just sleep off your buzz. You get your car the next day. Take advantage of the apps on your phone. Get the Uber and Lyft app. It takes like 30 or 40 bucks to kind of, if you live close enough to kind of go back to and from the bar. At the most, it's probably going to be like $100. It's way better than having $10,000 because you have court fees, prison, the lawyer fees, your time in jail, all that sort of stuff. So guys, just please don't do it. Put an emergency contact number in your phone. Have someone call a friend or call a cab or just something that you guys are getting back home and being safe. Okay, just because it's stupid to drive home drunk because it's just stupid. It's going to mess your life up real quick.
Exactly. So don't do it because we want to see
And it takes a real long time to get your credibility back. Real long time.
Real long. And your credit.
Yeah.
And your credit.
You know, Rod, that's a good point because it fucks with your credit. A DUI fucks with your credit.
It does. So that being said, be safe out there. But before we go, because I feel like it's been such a long time since we had a word from our sponsor that we're probably overdue to have something up here on the show. But give me 1 second here, and I'm going to bring our sponsor in to close us out.
Stables.
Yeah, I'm looking for a horseman.
A horseman?
A horseman goes by the name of Rick.
Not here.
Are you a horseman?
I could be. What can I do for you?
Friday night, you can see me at War Games. Bring all your horsemen, because I will have Moondog Spot, Moondog Rex, and the Monkey Brothers. Yeah, I'm looking for a horseman goes by the name of Rick Flair.
Don't know him.
Could I leave a message?
I guess.
All right, write this down. Tell him it's Big Dust,
Okay.
the American Dream.
Okay.
Tell him to meet me Friday night, Starcade.
Meet you at the stockades.
Yeah, Starcade, Friday night.
I don't know what you're wasting your time for.
Is this Baby Doll? Baby Doll, I know that was you Jezebel! Hello, I'm looking for some horsemen.
I've got plenty. How many you need?
4.
4 horsemen.
Yes, sir. This Big Dust calling on behalf of Crocker Promotions.
Can't hardly understand what you're saying, but
Sorry, I got a little bit of a lisp. What about Chris Benoit? Oh, he did. Sorry.
I don't really know what you're talking about.
Is this J.J. Dillon's?
No.
Don't lie to me, J.J.'s. You and I go way back, Jack.
Well, it ain't JJ. You got the wrong person.
Don't mess with the American Dream, J.J. My eyes are open as big as silver dollars, Jack.
Well, you got the wrong guy.
You and I, J.J., leather strap match. Dustin Rhodes is the master of the strap match. J.J. Dillon, you a yellow dog.
And I got nothing else, so we're out. We will see you guys next week, if not sooner. Cheers. Everybody have a great Friday, and talk to you soon.
Drink malt liquor.